Hey, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, happy Wednesday. I'm going to play the intro. Hopefully it'll play okay. I'll check chat just in case. Then I'll be back to say hi.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season, time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time I'll never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were blue. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Maybe, maybe I'll play the other one that I'm working on and give people a couple minutes to get in here. Hopefully, some will. Maybe not. Maybe I don't have it on this one. I might not. Yeah, I do. Okay. I'll play this one, give people a couple minutes. I'm working on it. It's getting there.
We are the misfits, always digging through the Kathy P has our back. We're trying to get the facts. And he's always causing drama, causing so much trauma. We're searching for the missing, trying to be distant. We are the misfits. We're sitting by the pool. Don't bring up our kids. It's the number one rule. We are the misfits. Sitting by the pool, eating all the gummies, never breaking rules. We are the misfits.
Oh, we're gonna break them today.
The pool, don't bring up our kids. It's the number one rule. We are the misfits. Sitting by the pool, eating all the gummies, never breaking rules. We come in feeling welcome. The mom's always helping. We're fighting off the trolls. We keeping it real. The drama's always coming. We never want it dropping. We'll fight it off. Never stop. We're searching for the missing. Are the misfits. We're sitting by the pool. Don't bring up our kids. It's the number one rule. We are the misfits. Sitting by the pool, eating all the gummies, never breaking rules. We are the misfits. We're sitting by the pool. Don't bring up our kids. It's the number one rule. We are the misfits. Sitting by the pool, eating all the gummies, never breaking rules. Steady, stop pumping. We're always getting jumping. We dissect all the misinformation. We do it all with facts. Use your words against you. Truth will always come. Happy peace is the place. Let's all keep it fun. We are the misfits. We're sitting by the pool. Don't bring up our kids. It's the number one rule. We are the misfits. Sitting by the pool, eating all the gummies, never breaking rules. We are the misfits. We're sitting by the pool. Don't bring up our kids. It's the number one rule. We are the misfits. Sitting by the pool, eating all the gummies, never breaking rules. Kathy is the place where everyone is welcome. Kathy is the place where everyone is welcome.
Alrighty. Let me get rid of this and go back to my screen. Hopefully, we will get an audience in here. Gosh, I've never had this view even when I first started out. Where the heck's everybody at tonight? So, how's everybody doing? Turn the volume off. Okay, show me my chat. Let me say hey. Chili's front lot girl. Oh my god. You're kidding. Chili's front lot girl. Okay, yeah, that volume was way too high. Sorry about that. Yeah, it was way too high. That's funny. The front lot, not the back or the side lot, the front lot. Hey, Cash. Hey, Whispers. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Steph. Not that Steph. Don't side on me. Hey, Thor. Hi, Copy Addict. Miss Fletcher's in the house. Hey, KCG. Hey, Casey. Oh. Wrong zip. I get you. I messaged you. Hey, Lap. Good to see you. Hey, Aries. Music is a labyrinth with no beginning and no end, full of new paths to discover where mystery remains eternal. Hope all is well. Hey, Britt. Hey, Dorby. Hey, Dawn Marie. Hey, Ange Carter. Hey, Julia. Good to see you. Um, y'all remember a few months back? Hey, Lisa. There was a sub member. He was a sub and member here. Heck, he even had a wrench for a brief period. I mean, brief, like a week or two. Yeah, I mean, it was brief. It was just a couple weeks. But he called in to Crime Lines and Lies. Well, it should just be Crime Lies. Lines of lies, maybe. And he pretended to be a direct neighbor to the Propwoods. Yeah. I can tell you, just like I stand on everything I said before. I showed messages. I'll re-show them. I thought this was put to bed when I debunked it months ago. That is none other than the chatter and sub of Mark W. That is not a Proudfoot neighbor. That is Mark W. That's the name I know him by. That's the name anybody in my chat, Nonsense's chat, and several other chats knew him by. According to him, he lived in New York. His wife worked as a PA on one of those telehealth things on the weekends. I don't know where she worked during the week, didn't ask. They lived in New York. He tried to come up on my panel a couple times, but they never would follow through. And every time he was supposed to come on panel, something major would happen. And the last time was, God forbid, his mother-in-law got sick. Oh, thank you, Ange Carter. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That is so sweet. Thank you. Very generous. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. You're a misfit like the rest of us. So, the last time he was supposed to come up on panel, it was his mother-in-law got sick and it was an emergency. And I'm talking, it happened at the same exact time he was supposed to show up on panel. And that was not the first time. It had happened several times. I didn't care. I mean, you're the one contacting me wanting to come up on panel and talk, but then you don't never show. So, hey, Rowdy, after that incident, and I know Mark's voice. You want to know how I know Mark's voice? Because I spent over 2.5 hours talking to him on the phone. You know who else recognized his voice? My husband, because I had it on speaker. My husband even commented about his weird voice, the way he sounded and stuff. And he was constantly acting like his wife was yelling at him to do stuff, but you could never hear even an echo or any type of sound coming from anybody but him. It was weird. He sent me pictures of his dog, and he was a police officer. He left that to drive for UPS. Yeah. But he wanted to bust CJ out because he claimed CJ doxed him. The CJ Crime Concepts doxed him because he showed his donation to him of an alleged hotel room or something, when CJ was grifting to go to Tennessee. So he started emailing me, and we did a phone call. Hey, Wine Crimes and Mayhem. Oh, happy hump day. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. $5 super chat. Thank you. Ooh, I got a goal. Hey, Healing Time. Hey, LR. Oh, I can never say that right. RLR. Hey, beautiful disaster. OG. And people get that right. See, I was right. I knew I was right. For once, I knew I was 100% right. I knew that the beautiful disaster that was in chat was not ours. Because she wouldn't talk like that. She wouldn't say that stuff. But Camry, thank you so much. Wow, thank you for the $5 super chat. You guys are being awesome. Hey, Jan. I'm still not real comfortable with this gold thing, but this is what YouTube wants us to do. And I don't know. Anyway, I have a hard time with it. And you're supposed to change it up. So I'm doing what they're telling me. I just never was good at listening and liking to do things my own way. So this is not going to last. It's not going to work out. So he wanted to bust out CJ and also something, about CJ allegedly having a SA person around, an offender around that's not supposed to be around children, but wanted to be on the boat. It was just a whole shit show. He wanted to come up and call out CJ, and he said he had some receipts to show. And I said, okay, but I need to see what you're going to show. I need to know what's going on. And Les Bloom say. So then the messages start getting weird. He wanted other creators to come on board and be on the panel. Then he started saying, well, Chris is going to come up. And I'm like, why would Chris come up about this on my tiny channel and about this? And then it would change up where now Katie's coming. And I'm like, anyway, I'm waiting and waiting. I'd ask repeatedly, where's these screenshots you got for me? I'll show you the emails and text messages again. I had asked for receipts, didn't get any. And I gave them up to him. Well, I didn't know that I never canceled a show before. So I thought if I just canceled it on StreamYard, it would cancel it, period. It didn't. It was still set up on YouTube. In fact, I was talking to Nonsense on the phone when we realized that I was supposed to be live because she was one of the creators that he wanted up, and I had told her about everything. And I showed her, she's seen the emails and texts and stuff. So did Duchess. Yeah. In fact, I was on the phone with them the first time I heard Crime Lies video, the live with him calling in. That was the first time I heard it, and it was within seconds of hearing his voice that I knew exactly who that was. And I still stand on that 1000%. So after I called him out, I'm like, look, I'm not doing this. I don't have anything. Then he proceeded. The number he was communicating with me from me with all of a sudden was no longer, because it was a Google number. It was no longer after I called him out. Email as well. Then I started getting messages from one Tennessee number the first time, trying to make me believe that it was Chris reaching out to me, telling me that Mark was a good guy and that he was going to come up. I'll show you. They're on my channel. Didn't fall for that. So then he tried it again from another Texas number, saying now it was Chris and Katie. And that since I didn't want to do it, he was going to reach out to, was it Duchess or somebody? It was another creator he was going to reach out to. I said, okay. Needless to say, next thing I knew, he's on Crime Lines and Lies, saying he's a neighbor and witnessed all this abuse with Sebastian at the hands of Chris. The dude don't live beside them. He didn't witness anything. It's wild. But as we know, Julie Skolnik, whatever you want to say, how you say it, Miss Profound. We all know she doesn't do no research. She runs on whatever's put out here. Well, hey, Marcy. She did. She is now running with Crime Lines and Lies video with the fake neighbor, Mark W. as facts. And you're going to hear, we're going to watch it. This woman, hey, Tammy. This woman, hey, Toe Beans. You're from Idaho? Oh, Vanner, thank you. Oh, you've been hiding in the bushes? Honey, I don't blame you. No, I don't want to end the stream. Yeah, I didn't fix my banner either. I just didn't have, today was a bad day. I didn't. I think I'm going to play some music because I don't trust these people. I do not trust these people. You can't even hear, can you? Not really. It might be enough for the bots to pick it up, though. Okay. So, the East Coast for you. Oh, playing the band at the basketball game? Oh. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I want to thank KCG. The kids are going to love their present. You could say it was from the wish list, I guess, but I never actually put it on the wish list. But that's, that's the first thing we got, and it's awesome. Thank you. And I did receive two Christmas tips. Thank you. Which I did say the other day, I did take a little bit of that. I'm going to get my nails done for Christmas, but the rest I did get the kids something. But yeah, I just wanted to thank you. Oh, Skolnik. Okay, Skolnik. That's how. See, I was spelling it wrong. No, I wasn't. I might this time, but I think the other day when I did it, I think I actually spelled it right. Oh my God, this woman in her thumbnails. This is in. I gotta show you this woman. TikTok needs to take her back and keep her there. Seriously. I mean, who does an hour and a half live over someone saying she blocked someone that she didn't block, that she may have potentially been blocked by? Huh? Look at this thumbnail. Grandma Cruella, baby socks, is huffing and bluffing. What is wrong with her? She's a grown-ass woman. And that's how she's going to mock and make fun? I can't. This woman is beyond. I'm sorry, in my opinion, she's nuts. That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. And hey. New email to Detective Carter, Sumner County. She's at it again with her damn emails, demanding that Sheriff Craddock be investigated, demanding that Chris and Katie be charged with felonies with no evidence of anything. You can't with stupid.
I'm losing weight and feeling confident.
You can't with stupid. But for her to even run with this neighbor is too much. it's too much. It shows lack of anything, just lack of common sense, lack of, like I said, lack of everything. But this is her. Here the Proudfoot neighbor call about Chris and Katie, Sebastian, together 2 weeks before. This person wouldn't have known when or if or where they were together, because this person isn't a neighbor, doesn't live beside them. This person, and he's still on the YouTube streets, he's just under another name, but I'm sure he's still here. Hey Mark, if you're watching, hey Mark W. And believe me, this is not the only thing he's done on YouTube streets, okay? I wouldn't doubt it. I don't think he ever left, Thor. I don't think he ever left. I think he just changed his name. I don't think he ever left. Why she's decided now to dig this up? And there's no way. I mean, yeah. She claims to be so invested, she doesn't know the basics of this case and things that have happened. The basics. It's mind-blowing. But and the reason I never showed that tiny clip, that tiny little portion of her live that we reviewed the second half of, is because if you really watch that little bit, that couple seconds or minute shows you exactly who she is. And the way she portrays herself is not how she really is. She was rather pissed off and being never mind with the family situation and letting everybody know it too. Miss Profound Autism.
Can you spell your name backwards? Do you know what Spencer does? He turns around and says, he took it literally. That was the funny part, right? And that's his job, our story of our lives. The parents have to do a questionnaire about what himself. No, he's not. He needs help. We have to, for example, we have like, and we do count to 10 with him.
I don't want to listen to this.
10, 9, 8.
Because
but for
the reason I'm not is that's not what I'm covering. And I don't believe her, in all honesty. Hey, Slim Hauser. I truly think it's nothing but exploitation. But that's just, hey, BJ, that's just my opinion. Yeah. I don't believe any of it.
Here because he goes like he won't. So poo all over.
You know how people like to portray there's something or someone they're not in real life on here.
For his head. So
hey everyone, interrupting your research with huge news.
Is it the new iPhone 6?
Are basically to determine how much help he will need in his adult life.
Hey everybody coming in,
right?
Hit that thumbs up. If you're not subbed up, sub on up. We also have poolside memberships. You can be a misfit like the rest of us. And I'm trying to figure out, it will not let me. Every time I click on one of my links to post them, it sends me directly to the link. I don't understand what the hell I'm doing wrong here. But it even does it on my phone. And I know somebody wanted the wish list link and the PayPal link. Wait a minute. I got a message. See, it takes me right to it. It don't let me copy the link. I don't want to go to it. I just want to copy the link. What the hell? I give up. It always does that to me. I thought if I held it down, No, nope, it does the same thing. I don't get it. Oh, forget it. See, it won't let me do it. Isn't there a link somewhere in here? Oh, I got it. I did it this way, the long way. It wouldn't let me do it the other way, so I gotta do it this way. Anyway, it's not gonna even let me type in chat now, right? Nope. Oh, Lord have mercy.
He'll never be able to live independent. He's a stove. Can't do any of this. And they came back with a lower level than he did it. Deal. This is something he needs for to the D, which is he can't do. To have to, somebody had put a tick. Sorry. Oh. What? Sorry. Hold on.
All right, time to fast forward you even more.
So Dolly played it on his show, that recording. Dolly played it, I believe, in May. And she probably recorded it in May also. The point of it is that this is a neighbor.
You're on a beautiful disaster. How do you do it?
This is a neighbor who.
How do you do it so quick? Wait a minute. I never knew that. You're telling me Dolly fell for that shit and played it on? No wonder he took them videos down. Dolly truly fell, because I don't watch him. Dolly truly fell for Crime Lies' fake neighbor and played it on his channel. Unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's working. I never knew that. Wow. No, she's not.
Of the Proudfoots. He talks about Chris, Katie, and
I know the next door neighbor who does not want to go on the record. They're recording. Trying to figure it out.
KCG, you are going to bring the biggest smile to their faces on Christmas. They love anything. That's one thing. My kids are not. They're happy. I am so glad they've learned that. But that's, they are spoiled, but not in the really bad kind of spoiled. You know what I mean? They still appreciate anything. Heck, you can get them kids a Kinder Surprise egg, and that's the best thing ever to them. You know what I mean? They're not. And maybe it's still because they're young. Hopefully it stays that way, because I've never made it about cost with them, if you know what I mean. And they've had to earn things. They didn't just get things handed to them. And there's nothing wrong with that. And when they get money, they save part of it, and part of it they can spend. They need to learn how to survive in this world. And no one's, they need to do it for them. And I don't want her to ever have to rely on any man or anyone. I want her to be able to stand on her own 2 feet. Anyway, sorry I got sidetracked. Been an emotional day. Trust and believe that.
Now, I can say.
Give me a second. The neighbor says the Proudfoots were there at the Texas Roadhouse 2 weeks, approximately 2 weeks before.
Okay,
Now,
that's a different
somebody
neighbor.
said it
Okay, I don't believe that. Well, listen, wait a minute.
was
Because
before
there was a call to Dolly's that was an alleged neighbor as well that claims the Proudfoots were at the restaurant weeks before, so it's a very small town. I'm sure there's not that many steakhouses. And so what if they were out to eat 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever weeks before? So I don't believe none of it, though. I honestly believe none of it. What we need is more fake neighbors. We got fake neighbors. We got fake friends. We got fake family. Fake cousin that hasn't seen me in ever, never met my child, doesn't know nothing about my life, but sure can go on Bullhorn Betty's and talk up a storm. We got people crawling out the woodwork.
The 10th of February, someone said it was wrong, but he said their neighbor's daughter is a waitress there. They make an accusation about Chris. This is not me saying it, okay? They make an accusation, and I'm going to play it. Drinking there at the Texas Roadhouse.
I don't believe that. And so what if he had a beer with his dinner? He's old enough and it's legal. It's okay. But I don't believe that because Chris himself has stated he doesn't drink. So I don't believe that. And so, like I said, so what if they did have a beer? He's grown. He's allowed to. Nothing wrong with having a beer with your dinner. Seriously. I mean,
house that night. I didn't say it, but I'm going to play it just as it is. I'm not editing it. There was one part I took out, just so you know, where the neighbor says something about where his own child was, and I did take that out. That's the only part I edited. So listen to the neighbor. This is a next door neighbor. He says he was a fighter pilot, a retired fighter pilot, or a retired Air Force guy. And told it as well. Thank you, Levita, for saying.
Yeah, she can. I don't know what it is, but she just irks me. So I totally get it, Slim. Hey, Angie. She exactly whispers, but she just irks me. Hey, Runs. Yes, this is Julie Skolnik, Profound Autism. Yeah, this is the TikTok lady that came over here and is on the team, but she's not on the team. But she is. We don't know. She don't know.
Yeah. He says he's a fighter pilot. He says, you got to listen closely. He talks about Chris being a neighbor.
Okay, the dude's a fighter pilot, and he just so happens to call into Dolly's to talk dirt about the Proudfoots. Get the fuck out of here. They have done this script just like a bad reality show. Like a very badly, cheaply scripted reality show. Julie, oh my gosh. Holy cow. Wow, thank you. Sorry, but wow, thank you. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Wow. Welcome to Poolside, everybody. You're a misfit like the rest of us. Please thank Julie. Thank you so much, Julie. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Neighbor. He doesn't like Chris. He says he's
surprise. He's calling in to somebody like Dolly because he likes Chris and they're BFFs. Get the fuck out of here. Of course it's because he don't like him. He probably don't even know him.
Loud. He says, let me put it this way. He's not a person I would associate with. He mentions, this is when he talks about them scaling back the search and saying, you know, is it criminal? Not. He's like, I don't understand why it's not criminal. Thing is, and he talks about all the neighbors getting together and talking about this stuff. But he says Chris got very angry. Those were his words. Very angry at the Texas Roadhouse 2 weeks prior, approximately 2 weeks prior. The neighbor's friend's daughter, who's the waitress at the Texas Roadhouse.
Well, you know, the neighbor's got a daughter who's got a friend who's got a friend who's got a friend that possibly could have been a waitress at one time or another. Hey, Dynamite, at this Roadhouse, so you know it's legit facts. You know it's true.
She said she didn't see him then. She didn't see him then. When he says then, I believe the neighbor is referring to she didn't see him. She wasn't working then, meaning she wasn't working the night probably of February 25th. That's my guess.
But runs Bobby's Morning Whodunit Coffee Club.
They were working the 2 weeks before, and it sounds like she waited on the three of them. I'm curious about this. I'll tell you about it. Let me just play it, and then I'll tell you what I'm curious about. Okay. Let me see if you can see something.
If you're looking for a really neat, inexpensive Christmas gift for your kids, or
she's learning from Betty well, putting her ads on aggressive. I don't blame her though. Make your money, go for it.
He didn't want to go on the record.
Oh, Beans, shh, don't tell her that. Don't tell her that, because she will blow a gasket. She really will. You can't say nothing like that around her. She gets really pissed if she blows a gasket. Hey, Jill. Nah, she always looks like that.
Next door neighbor who does not want to go on the record. You're recording. You're trying to figure it out. I mean, everybody's
This is Crime Lines and Lies, and this is none other than Mark W. from New York, or so that's what he told everybody. That's the name I know him by. I spoke with this man on the phone for over 2.5 hours. He has a unique sound to his voice. It's not a voice you're going to forget. And it was, maybe, I know it was rather quickly within weeks of him going on Crime Lines and Lies. So I did not forget his voice. And like I said, I had not, that was the first time I'd ever played any of that live of hers when I was on the three-way with Duchess and Nonsense. And within seconds of hearing that voice, I knew exactly who it was. So I played it for my husband without telling him what I was doing, because I didn't, to be honest. And, he knew. He said, that's that weirdo you were talking to the other night, that weird guy. Yeah. Because he kept insisting on I was having a really bad time with my COPD, and I think I had gotten COVID again. And he was being very forceful about me doing a telehealth visit with his wife, who is a PA, so she could e-script me medicine. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen. I have a doctor, thank you. But yeah, he was actually really adamant about that. He even gave me the name of the telehealth service she works for on the weekends. Because it was a Sunday we were going to do this live that he could never produce receipts for. So, and I gave him more than enough time. I mean, like within an hour of the live, I canceled it. Or so I thought. I didn't know you had to cancel it on both. But it's okay, because I ended up going live. We ended up having fun. And I explained to you guys why it changed up. I wasn't going live without receipts with what he wanted to do and say. I wasn't doing it. But yeah. And like I said, next thing I know, he's on Crime Lines and Lies, saying he's a neighbor that he's not. And Brittany J was supposed to let me hear a recording of one of her mods because another creator thought that he sounded a lot like her mod, but she never followed through with that. I never heard said recording. Surprise, surprise there, huh? Because he was a mod over at Brittany's. He was a mod. He claims he was a mod for a couple different creators, Chasing, Brittany. But yeah. Happy feet, happy soul to soul. I love it.
Now, I can say on...
Can you hear that before I keep going?
Oh, Lord, have mercy. She is copying Betty to the T with the phone thing. Why is everybody trying to do a JLR? Casual Art, thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you. Wow, thank you. You guys, I had such an emotional day. Y'all are gonna make me cry. I did. It was an exhausting day. Oh, I needed to come live and get my mind off shit. God, I wish I could talk, but I can't.
Can you hear it? Before, okay, good. That's Dolly's voice.
Listen to Mark W's voice, and you'll understand what I mean about it. It's different sounding. He has a. It's different. It's not a voice you forget, and you're not going to forget that quickly either. After spending, over 2.5 hours on the phone with him. Oh, thank you, Casual Art. You are. I appreciate you so much. Wow. Thank you. And are you pulling a Betty with not washing your hair and stuff now? See, don't do that. Don't do that. When YouTube monopolizes your time like that, that means you're on too long. Y'all people, y'all don't take a day off. Jeez, it's not going to go nowhere. YouTube's going to be here, and the same content that you're spewing, you can spew then. Grippney falling asleep again, and come on, take a freaking day off. You don't need to do, humongous long streams every day and do sometimes twice a day. It's that much and wearing you out. Take a day off. Heck, I take 2 when I need to. I go live when I can. And does it affect my channel? Probably. But, I can't change the real light, My children will always come first. My family will always come first. And I don't mean it to, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just saying. And if I'm so tired that I'm falling asleep, I'm sorry, I'm not going live. And I think everybody would understand and probably appreciate that I didn't. And don't disrespect people by constantly falling asleep. Or, pull yourself together to get on camera. I mean, come on. Oh, my phone's ringing. Where is my phone? Let this play.
I think the best way to say it is they're very hard-headed right here. And, I think they're just... What he's explaining...
He says, I think they're guilty.
Is it okay if I record all this so I don't forget anything? And he said, yeah, go ahead. He's talking about when law enforcement was going house to house to house to house, and they wanted to know who had any camera footage. Just sitting back and they're doing nothing? They're not. Do I think they're investigating it and they're doing stuff that we don't know? Yeah. But what do you think about them saying it's not a criminal investigation? So what are they investigating? It has to be. Yeah,
I mean, that's what we all talked about. That's what a bunch of us, all of my neighbors, that's what we all said. We said it just doesn't make, I mean, it just doesn't make sense that it's not a criminal investigation because you have a missing
Hold on. I just want to explain. There's a man talking. That's the neighbor. Then you hear two women's voices, right? Talking to each other who are on the show.
Oh, thank you, Toe Beans. I know some people get, I had someone send me an email and tell me one time that it was rude that I said I go live when I can and I don't really have like a set hardcore time. She was really offended by that. And she said that I waste people's times because people like to schedule, know where they're going, when a live's going to happen. And a lot of times I don't know. It depends on if somebody can be here to help with the littles because, why should I make them have their kid? Anyway. Yeah, she was rather upset with me and I haven't seen her around since. She said that I shouldn't have said that, but that's why I didn't want to offend anybody, but thank you for that. Hey, Never Alone. Hey, Running Bear.
And then there was, every once in a while you hear Dolly's voice because he was playing it. All right? Just so this is the name.
And, I mean, outside of the searches that were done by, I don't want to give names, but it was a big, it was a big actual chaos. It was big schemes with a bunch of things. And I believe.
You hear his voice? You see what I mean about how he sounds different. There's a sound to his voice. It's, not average. What's the reminder for? What did I do now? Oh shit, I forgot all about that on Friday. Oh, fuck me. How am I going to work this out? Oh, man. Oh, well. Oh, Sleuthing, thank you so much. Thank you for the $10 cash. Yeah. Yeah, the super chat. Yeah. Oh, my God. Sorry, that notice just... I forgot that I had something scheduled for Friday when I already got a full day Friday. I don't know how the hell I'm going to fit it in. I scheduled that like 6 months ago, though. And I totally forgot about it. Things have been so crazy. I'll figure it out. I need another hour on Friday. Somewhere, somehow. I'll figure it out. Oh, both the kids have their Christmas parties. I have to go to the doctor's in Jacksonville, which is over an hour away. And I'm supposed to be there. No, that ain't happening. I'll figure it out.
I believe this. If we have a kid missing, or let's just say you had one of my kids that was missing, that was, where is the search? I mean, they scaled back the search to where there's almost no search. I just don't get it.
What did you think about them searching the landfill?
That?
Are you worried that using your home address for business puts your privacy at risk?
Do they run ads like that on mine?
Can help.
Or my ads like that? I don't know. Hey, it's me, Tiffany. How are you? Good to see your name back. Are ads that aggressive on mine? Tell me, because if so, I'll turn them down. I apparently there's a way you can do it. I'm sure it's not hard to figure out. But I've never messed with mine since the day I started my channel, so I have no clue. I'm going to go look at it, though, just out of curiosity. That's probably why I don't make that much AdSense money, because I probably haven't turned on as low as you can or whatever it is. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go check it, though.
Where the trash actually goes. One, it goes to actually... Stop. One, it goes to actually Nashville. And the second, it goes to Kentucky. So, now, you have commercial, we'll go to Kentucky.
Okay.
And
he's not a fighter pilot. He works for UPS. He's a UPS driver. According to what he's told us and not just me, but he would even put it in my chats. He left the police department. Oh, thank you, Toe Beans. Thank you. Oh, let's reach that goal. Thank you. He left the police force after 6 years to work for UPS. Which is fine. I mean, hey, hats off to you. You're working, dude. A job is a freaking job, you know? At least you're working. That's how I look at it. You ain't, you know? I don't care where you work. So this is all made up because there's no way this man was a fighter pilot. There's nothing that could make me believe this man was a fighter pilot. I do believe that those were the pictures of his dogs that he sent me. But he wanted my address to send me stuff, and I'm like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell to the no. No. Anyway.
We have hours, it goes to Nashville. But them searching it is something. I'm just trying to see if, I'll say it this way. You have a lot of job sites.
Turn that music down.
It goes to Kentucky.
Talk about the importance of this. So I asked him, I said, what did you think about them searching the landfill? And he explained it. You have, like, I'm just going to say regular garbage, but if it's commercial or community,
oh, casual art.
They search.
Thank you
and
so much. Climbing the ladder to paint, but listening. Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, I would love to paint. I would love to repaint every room inside my house, but especially the kids' rooms. Maybe I will after the holidays. Nope, not today. Good to see you.
What there was, I don't know if.
Was this a friend of Brooke's fake cop husband? No. He reached out. Well, he may have known her on YouTube. I don't know if he was in my chat when I would review her and in Nonsense's chat and other people's chats. I honestly, I don't know. I don't think so. Because, and she still to this day says that it was legit, that neighbor is real. Hey, Proud Mimi. Hey, Donald. Darby, thank you so much. Oh, I love that sticker. So she still runs with it too. But what gets me is this woman here claims to be so smart and so educated. She's running with the fake neighbor. She clearly didn't vet this at all. Hey, Hindsight, good to see you. Hey, Bo.
It had to do with that construction site. I don't know, because they had to have had something. Nobody in their right mind. Law enforcement.
But I didn't know Dolly covered this. I can't believe Dolly fell for it. He couldn't have fell for it. I hope he called it out as fake. Boy, I hope so. But who knows? I didn't even know about it till she told me, because she said she's playing this from Dolly's channel, not from Crime Lines and Lies channel, but from Dolly's channel. She is vile.
It's because it's commercial. And we know there is some construction businesses. Mm-hmm. And you don't just search a landfill if there that Sebastian was missing. And by the way, can you come on the show tomorrow? I can just email you the link.
He won't show up. And he never showed up. He never contacted her back. She could not contact him because just like with me, becomes unreachable when you put him on the spot or you call him out or you want receipts. But he had no intentions of ever showing up on panel. And that was the end of that. There was no more. There was no part 2, no part 3, no nothing.
I'm not going to put your name out there. We're just going to have a conversation because this is for Sebastian.
Yeah, sure. Okay. We found out at about now.
Hey, Kenny.
4 o'clock in the morning. It's like I told you inside my email. I did 24 years, and I'm a fighter pilot, which I'm retired now.
He is not retired now. He was never a fighter pilot. He is a UPS truck driver. He delivers packages for UPS. No shame in your job, dude. Like I said, hats off to you for even having a job. I couldn't deal with people like that because people are just ignorant. So my hat's off to you for dealing with the public. But you were no fighter pilot. You were no neighbor. You live in New York.
I get up at 4,
Hey, Quinny.
and we found out when we seen the whole area starting to...
That's why I didn't speed it up, because the way she's playing it, it's really hard to hear, understand.
Swarmed at probably about 10 to 7.
Ellen, thank you.
And that's when they started searching around. They started, and that's when they started, like, if you go in the back, you have honeysuckle.
Cobain's, I so agree. Where's the joy in lying to creators? People need to grow up and realize these are real people missing a teenager. Amen to that. She should have never went live with this. She should have never played this on her channel. She couldn't vet him. She couldn't vet anything he said. I didn't play this stuff. I didn't run with anything he told me. Because I couldn't vet it. And I gave him every opportunity. Just produce the screenshots, the receipts he claimed he had. And he claimed that he talked to the probation officers and the FBI because his brother-in-law is a probation officer and over the CJ and the so-called offender that's not allowed around children, all that stuff. He claims, I have the messages. He claims they had a very long conversation and blah, blah, blah. And none of it was true. None of it. Because he couldn't produce any facts. He said he had a recording. He kept telling me he was going to send me the recording so I could hear it first. Because it wasn't getting played till I heard it. I never got said recording either. Of this phone call that he said they all knew was being recorded.
Which from actually Stafford to it's honeysuckle, you really can't see, but it's the side back, and they start.
I just want to mention this is only the whole thing is 8 minutes 45 seconds, and we're already 5 minutes into it, so he's going to get into it right here.
Nothing he said is true. What he didn't make up, he got off the Facebook pages and watching everybody. Nothing he said is true. It's all gossip. He's not a neighbor. He is Mark W.
That's where it started.
Way more than you, Julie.
That's about the time.
Mine started with the honeysuckles.
Which I would say is about probably 10 to 7 or somewhere right near 7. And this is AM.
I'm changing it. I'm changing up my title. I'm going to put in there. And Dolly Vision fell for the fake, bought the fake neighbor too. Oh my Lord.
That's actually that timeline. Now, I mean, it's just a mystery.
Yeah. That gum chewing is something else, isn't it, Ange? That's smacking. Oh, see, I can't. I don't care if you eat while you're live. I don't care. Knock yourself out. Turn your freaking camera off. Hey, ho.
Okay, we're going to get to this. Okay.
Somehow,
10 till
Hope.
7 is when basically
I know,
hell
Dory.
broke loose. That's the reason I was saying yesterday. There's a big difference between 6 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. And I think anyone that sticks their neck out and speaks publicly on the record should be respected. All right?
I do too.
So he's saying 10 till 7.
Okay, so you want a fraud who's not a neighbor, who got on there and lied about everything to be respected, and you want to be respected for covering it, honey, you a laughing stock because you got played and you still running with it knowing you got played. Shows me all I need to know about you. And Julie, shame on you. Shame on you for even running with this crap.
And they started noticing the activity a lot. So we've heard she went to wake him up at 6:30. We've heard she went to wake him up at 6 a.m. But he's saying that about 10 till 7 is when the activity started in the neighborhood. Right. Law enforcement went door to door to door to door.
Did they search houses though?
Wanting camera footage.
Oh, just one footage. Cool.
Yeah, right away.
I can't believe Dolly is buying this. I had no idea. Like I said, I don't watch him. So I had no idea that he fell for this and covered it too. I'm going to go look on his channel for the video, but I know he took a lot of his videos down, like always.
Figure it out. I mean, everyone's, but now I can say, just being a neighbor, which.
Oh, I'm sure not today.
He's not the type of person that.
They, honestly, I think they need to be. That's just my opinion, though.
I associate with. And I say that because.
You mean Chris Crawford?
Yes. He's very loud. And it has to be right. And he has to be right, or you have the whole conversation is basically done with.
He said, Chris is loud. He has to be right. He has to be right about everything, or else the conversation's done with. FYI. Now he's going to talk about his friend's daughter who's the waitress.
And he does, which I don't drink, but he does drink. Now, did I witness any blood? I know. My friend's daughter, she works in a Texas Roadhouse. She doesn't know that, no, she wasn't working the night that they went in, but she had seen them in there the 2 weeks before that, and something that Sebastian wanted, or I don't know exactly.
No, it's always been said that it was 6 o'clock. Always been said. Like I said, he's got what he didn't, what rumors and gossip he didn't pick up from the Facebook groups and everybody. There's a little bit of the facts, not much. The rest he made up, like, you know, and then he ran with the pressure washer. This is where all that started from.
Something that they didn't serve, I'm not 100%, but he got from, now, this is just your sake part, is that he got.
Hey, Joey's front lot girl.
Oh my God. I just found out that my data is all over the dark web. So I found this tool that does a scan of the dark web and shows you if your info is being exposed and sold by scammers.
They ended up leaving. And it was 2 weeks.
Now, who got angry? Sebastian got angry? Katie got angry? The staff got angry? Who got angry?
No, it was Chris who got angry.
Oh, I thought he wasn't home the whole month of February. Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
No.
He said, no. So, a woman that works at the Texas Roadhouse, for whatever reason,
okay.
dumb, I guess it.
Chris was not home.
Like, his tater tots or something, and he got real angry. Because I said, now, who are we talking about? The wait staff? We're talking about Sebastian?
He said
Katie?
Chris.
No, it's Chris. That do his regular schedule. Question is, why wasn't he home that weekend?
Right. And why lie about the fact that he hadn't been home that whole month, too? I mean, that still doesn't make sense. And you might disagree with me, but I just really believe that this was, like, coming to a head.
I think we're all on the same page here. And if anybody has any questions about now, the neighbors have been heavily spoken to. So 2 weeks before, and Chris has one of his good old shit bits. Listen to it again.
And something that Sebastian wanted, or I don't know exactly, sir, or I'm not 100%, but he got from, now, this is just your sake part, is that he got very angry, and they ended up leaving.
Huh?
Okay, hold on. Let me just review a couple things he said. Let me just go back to 720 so you can listen to the part about Chris 2 weeks before going in, Chris, Katie, and Sebastian, the three of them together, about 2 weeks before. So when he said she wasn't there then, that means, I think, in my opinion, he means she wasn't there the 25th when Katie went in with Sebastian. But she saw him there
It's not a she, it's a he. You really don't get nothing right, do you? That's a man, you dumbass.
And knows a lot of details. Sounds like she waited on him, maybe. 2 weeks before. If you go back 2 weeks before the 25th, which is a Sunday, right? That would be around the weekend. The Friday is the 10th of February. Somebody said it was before the 10th. I don't know. But Chris has said he wasn't home, basically between the 5th, that whole month.
Well, he wasn't.
To Nancy Grace. Now, the idea that Chris might not tell the truth about
the idea that you were believing some bozo that calls in that has not been vetted is what's so unbelievable. The idea that you're running with this.
that is not a shocker to anybody. But if there is videotape of him at the Texas Roadhouse about 2 weeks before, this neighbor says something about drinking. He says getting angry. He's with Katie and Sebastian. Makes them leave because they're upset with whatever, something about the thing. And probably that's not the reason, just because he's just an angry guy who likes to torment. If Sebastian's going to his favorite place or whatever, likes the food there, he's going to be mean to him, make him leave, because, you know, nothing can be a pleasurable experience.
It never happened. I would bet money on it never happened.
For Sebastian. But it's significant. Let me just play it one more time, and then I'm going to tell you why this is significant.
I don't know exactly if it was something that they didn't serve, or I'm not 100%.
Wait.
That he got.
Hold up. His neighbors?
No,
This is
he doesn't work in the.
now, this is the neighbor who's the fighter pilot, former fighter pilot, or, you know, Air Force.
Yeah, witness ain't no. I know. My friend's brother. She works in that Texas Roadhouse. She doesn't know that. No, she wasn't working the night that they were in, but she had seen them in there the 2 weeks before that, and something that Sebastian wanted, or I don't know exactly if it was something that they didn't serve, or I'm not 100%, but he got from, now this is just hearsay part, is that he got very angry, and they ended up leaving. And it was 2 weeks.
Now, who got angry? Sebastian got angry? Katie got angry? The staff got angry? Who got angry?
No, it was Chris who got angry.
Oh, I thought he wasn't home the whole month of February. Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
No.
He said,
No, you're wrong. Mark, you're not even convincing. Are you watching, Mark? Hi, if you are. You're not even convincing, dude. You were no fighter pilot. You're not retired. You're not the Proudwoods neighbor.
that works at the Texas Roadhouse, for whatever reason, Dum Dum, I guess, didn't like his tater tots or something, and he got real angry because I said, now who are we talking about? The wait staff? We're talking about Sebastian?
He said
Katie?
Chris
No,
Pratt.
it's Chris. That could be his regular schedule. Question is, why wasn't he home that weekend? That
Right. And why lie about the fact that he hadn't been home that whole month too? I mean, that still doesn't make sense. And then people might disagree with me, but I just really believe that this was like coming to a head.
I think we're all on the same page here. And if anybody has any questions about now, the neighbors have been heavily spoken to. So 2 weeks before,
Hey, Mona
and
Lisa.
Chris has one of his little shit bits. Listen to it again.
And something that Sebastian wanted, or I don't know exactly who served, or I'm not 100%, but he got from, now, this is just hearsay part, is that he got very angry, and they ended up leaving.
Ever since Kimora was a little girl, she had her sights set on the sky, and Spectrum Internet brought the sky to her fingertips. As Kimora grew, her dreams grew with her.
Okay. Why is this significant? Listen. First of all, I know people are going to be coming in the chat, the Proudfoot apologists, saying, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy is a whatever. I mean, he's pretty damn specific. In fact, I had to edit out the part where he's talking about his own child, where they were, his relationship, you know, something specific to him, about his child. So I edited that part out. This guy sounds legit to me, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys, Proudfoot apologists. Yeah, they're going to come in and say, this guy was proven wrong. Proven by who? The only thing that's been allegedly proven by law enforcement is that Green Hoodie is a nobody, okay, after one conversation with them. Nothing's been proven by anybody. So you can't say somebody was proven. When stating opinion, please use my opinion. Yeah, it's my opinion. It's definitely my opinion too. So this guy, in my opinion, sounds
with actual
pretty legit.
Police procedures about what? Is there something specific you want me to do? Because I'll be more than happy to do the research and show it. Oh, it feels good to be out. Hey, Darla, I'm trying to put together stuff for that live with Karen Reed and Turtle Boy, because there's just so much. It just never stops going on. Lord, I had to take a break because it was like, geez, I got actually tired of reading screenshots of messages and posts on, because everything happens on Twitter with them. But Lord, but yeah, let me know, because I've been digging up stuff for that too. But yeah. Okay. All right. That'll work.
Why go as far as saying, I'm a neighbor, I'm former Air Force. He mentions where his kid was, which I cut out. A lot of identifying things about him. Holly S says, that was debunked, they'll say. Oh, it's debunked. By who? Who? Grandma Cruella said no. Oh, I got something to say about her too. But the significance of this is, for Nick, is Nick still here?
Your maturity level just shows. Who the hell are you? Who do you think you are that you can make fun of people like this? This family's going through the worst thing in their life. And here you are. But you're supposed to be this big advocate and stuff. You're a clown, in my opinion. And you look stupid running with this fake neighbor. Nothing he said is true.
Here, if you're still here, I hope he's still here. Tell me if he's still here. For Nick and Dog, it would be interesting for them to get that footage from the 2 weeks, if it was 2 weeks. So, you're going to have to go back. It's not an infinite number of days, right? Around 2 weeks. So you may have to look, they might have to look at a week's worth of video because they're giving an approximate time. Why did they go to that Texas Roadhouse that time? What was his behavior there in the parking lot? If they caught him in the parking lot entering, and they caught him in the parking lot exiting, right? Because they left early. Maybe he exited in a huff. I'd be curious what he did in that parking lot. Aren't you? If he exited in a huff, angry there, what do you think happened in the parking lot outside the Texas Roadhouse? But was anything that they were doing in the Texas Roadhouse 2 weeks prior, did their behavior indicate anything suspicious? Where did they park the 2 weeks prior? Did they have that handicap placard?
None of this matters. You know why? Because I don't believe they were there. And it doesn't matter. None of it's true. Do you understand? None of this is true. That is not I'm going to say it a million times. That is not a neighbor of the Propwoods. That is a chatter and a sub, or was a chatter and a sub. Probably still is under another name. To many channels on here. His name's Mark W. He's fresh out of New York, not Tennessee.
Did they park in that handicapped spot? Were they looking for something? Was it also a Sunday?
No, she's talking about the Bower Sox. Yeah, that's her name for the Bower Sox. That's how mature and smart and educated this woman is.
People who plan out things, right, generally go for
Man, I want a Popeyes chicken sandwich. I've wanted one for a week.
Sometimes people use the phrase scoping it out, scoping out a location, right? Was there any scoping going on 2 weeks before? I don't know. Or was it just a place? Maybe they just wanted to be sure that there were cameras there because they wanted to be seen or whatever, or they could park in a handicapped spot. Like maybe they were looking to make sure that the handicapped spot is generally free. How many handicapped spots they had. If you want to guarantee where you're parking, like there's certain places. We have a handicap placard for Spencer. We do not have a handicap placard for Spencer's twin brother. I don't say his name because he's on so he has his own social media. He doesn't want to be on my social media.
Exactly.
Because
Oh my God, front lot. Didn't even notice that. Nothing like using your element to override everyone else. It's for Mex food, so you definitely get a pass. Oh, she's
everything
nuts.
I do is embarrassing for him, apparently. I say hi in the parking lot. Don't stop waving. You're embarrassing me. But
yeah, she knows better.
Familiar places, easy in, easy out.
Yeah, I would never take anything as factual coming from Dolly. I'm just really surprised he ran with the fake neighbor.
Weird, and I have a handicap placard for Spencer, but I do not have one for my level 1 child. I don't know why they have one for him. Is it, someone suggested it might be a veteran's handicap placard? I don't know, but they got a handicap placard. Is it theirs? Is it borrowed from his mommy? I don't know, but I know there are certain places, Mama Marissa, I love you. Mama Marissa, come on and do a live with me one time, please. Be my guest. Because I think we would have fun together. Follow Mama Marissa, everybody. We've been friends from my TikTok. Anyway, they go to the mall by us around Christmas time. If you can go where the handicap
I don't think
spots
she's going
are
to
always
come back.
taken. And then there's certain places you go, or a certain time of year that they're always taken. Was that your attitude in high school? Was that your attitude? Skolnik@gmail.com. Please contact me.
Hey, K-Mash.
He told you it's not that. It's just, a snuggle.
Yeah, she has sleuthing.
Baby.
She has.
I mean, the statute of limitations probably passed. Don't worry.
Other supposed footage.
Craddock.
Hey, Jessica.
Was that your attitude in high school? I have to think. I mean, I don't know. Or did you just start calling it snuggle struggle when you became a law enforcement officer?
Y'all, I want to ask for prayers for my 21-year-old daughter. She has to have a breast biopsy, 2 places. You got it, everybody. We need a massive prayer chain going. All the good vibes and prayers you can send to Chill's daughter. You got it, Chills.
Thank you. Yes, Julie.Skolnik. Anybody wants to, who knows him, who wants to talk about his opinions that he has expressed about, or even men, friends, guys he went to high school with. He'd like to tell his stories, you know.
No, that's none of your business. That is harassing and stalking this dude. It's none of your business to reach into his real life. Whatever he did as a child has no bearing on this. And it's not your business again.
He didn't want to go all the way, but you know. Did that happen? I'm just asking a question. I'm not saying it happened.
Oh, you're welcome, Chills. I wish it could. I hope it helps. I really do. I'll keep praying for her. Everything's going to be good. Unlike Julie, Miss Grandma Bowersocks has a real job, not exploiting this child like you or all your friends. Yep, so stop acting like she's elderly and beneath you in some capacity. Exactly. They always do. They don't overlook everything about him. Every red flag, which are there's lots. Every inconsistency, which there's lots.
Saying anybody who knows him who would like to discuss that with me or anybody else about his thoughts and opinions.
You can't. Somebody can't speak for him. Just because you knew somebody as a child doesn't mean you know them as an adult. You can't speak for him. And that's going... Excuse me. Oh, Brittany, you can make fun of that, you bitch. Ass my ass. Let me tell you, this is breathing problems, Britt. You'll just make fun of them again, you and your panel.
Of women and violence against women and rape of women. No, I don't think so. Yeah, brothers in mindset. Birds of a feather flock together. It's sickening. This is the top law enforcement official in Sumner County, and this is his attitude.
Okay, I don't run with that. I'm not, because what was the conversation that was being had? All they did was show a screenshot, no context whatsoever.
I don't know what the current statistics are nationwide, but when I was in college, I went to Ohio State University, if anybody wants to know. I'm a Buckeye. Best college in the country, best university. Now they call it the Ohio State University. It was just Ohio State University when I went there. Ohio State University. I read a book, I think it was a sociology class. It's an excellent book if anybody wants to buy it or read it. I don't know if it's like, it's called I Never Called It, rhymes with grape. It doesn't say it rhymes with grape. It says the word that rhymes with grape. I never called it rhymes with grape. When I was in college, I took a class and I read that book. And I remember in that book that said, and it had to do basically with the act of rape between people who know each other, right? Which is the most frequent form of rape. The chances of a woman having that happen to her from some stranger jumping out of the bushes is very small in comparison to women who know the person who commits this act of violence against them. Women most frequently know the perpetrator. They know them in some capacity. They may have even been on a date with them.
Okay, this has nothing to do with Sebastian.
Skirt was too short, or society blames him. You deserved it. Have neighbors report.
If the toilet gets clogged in the future,
none of that has
don't use your hands
nothing
to
to
clear
do
it.
with Sebastian.
Just learn this trick.
Hey, blank slate.
Frequent clogs are often accompanied by foul
The
odors.
context
No
of
matter
it
how
is
hard
gone
you try to
because the
unclog
person
it,
he
it will get
responded
blocked again
to
after some
is
time.
banned from
This
the
is because
platform.
tissues and hair remain on the inner walls of the.
Reported children rummaging where food is.
Okay, this has none of what you're talking about has anything to do with Sebastian. Quit using this boy to talk about everything else. You picked up the grift fast, didn't you?
Being withheld from them in the trash. That's right. They were rummaging in the.
Oh, my kids are so, they're still little. They're 6.5 and 9.5. So they still very much believe in Santa Claus. And we got these 2 damn naughty ass elves. Let me tell you something. Man, I woke up yesterday morning. There was toilet paper from one end of the house to the other. I woke up this morning, toys stacked in a pile in the living room. I'm afraid to wake up tomorrow morning and see what the hell them elves are going to do. It's my husband. But yeah. They don't know that. But they are so excited for Christmas. And I am trying so hard. There's so much going on. And they're kids, so they don't need to know any adult stuff. I do not in any way discuss adult things or around them ever. So it's hard to keep the front on. It is. But I'm doing it. And they're so she can't wait. We're doing cookies all weekend. We're baking all weekend, and they love it because they get to decorate. But they want to do a gingerbread house, so I think I might get them a kit because I don't have time to bake more stuff. I'm already stretched too thin, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna let them have fun. But oh Lord, they love decorating them cookies. Which reminds me, I gotta put 2 icing pens on my list. There's 2 colors we need. Yes. Okay. Glad I thought about that. See? Off topic, but it gave me, I needed the icing pens. So it was meant for me to talk about it so I don't forget the icing pens. Because, you need red and green for Christmas. You can't not have red and green, and those are empty. So, yeah.
The trash. They're in dumpsters. How many? Can you think of any cases, or just think, you don't have to name them. Did you ever hear about a case where a neighbor reported child neglect because there's this child who's super skinny, never comes out of the house?
Neighbor never reported it, Julie. This is rumor and gossip. It is not factual. You need to stop. Because honestly, you're scary. And you're creepy. And that's my opinion, and I'm allowed to have one. Just like you are. But you're not stating it as opinion, you're stating it as fact. That was not a neighbor. It was all lies. And you can't be running with this stuff and saying, I think they need a protection order against you, honestly. Because you're off the chart. I mean, I think you're in some ways worse than Betty.
But they saw the kids rummaging
really?
in the garbage cans.
I'm going.
Rummaging in the garbage cans outside the house for food.
Yeah, mine had to, they were caroling. They were singing, they learned Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and they were going around to different classrooms singing it. He is so shy, but he knows that song like the back of his hand. It was so cute. It was so cute. Their party's Friday, so yeah, they get to wear their favorite PJs or their Christmas PJs to school, and they both have outgrown their Christmas PJs. So I had ordered some, but I'm not going to get them in time. So I'm going to run over, see what I can find at Target or Walmart or somewhere, Yeah, the PJs will get here the day after, the 21st. I need them for the 20th for them to go to school in, and they have to be laundered first. So, you never take, anyway. I didn't notice that. That's my stupid fault. That happens to me all the time because I don't look at when it says it'll ship. So, that was kind of my fault.
Why would Katie say in that Chronicles of Olivia video where she's wearing the V-neck, Harley Davidson, and they have the toy crane, as if Sebastian idealized Chris and played with a toy crane? Give me a break. How staged is that?
Huh?
Why would a mother say their child likes to wake up early in the morning? It is typical. I'm sorry, not like to. It is typical that he would rummage for snacks.
Because he did. He was a 15-year-old boy, a growing boy. I'm sure he was always eating. He was always hungry. That's normal, whatever you want to call normal. But I mean, it's regular. I mean, it's not. I mean, did she not ever raise a teenager? I mean, I don't know. Heck, mine aren't even teenagers and they can eat constantly. 20 minutes after dinner, they're asking for a snack. I mean, and then some days they're not, you know? But yeah, that's not, I mean, that's typical kid behavior. I mean, really, teenage behavior. I don't know.
So I went to the kitchen to look for him. Didn't you have to go past the kitchen from your bedroom? But then she says, oh, and sometimes he'll.
Let me tell you something, Joy. I am sick and tired of the crap you put out. I'm not even going to give you the credit of misinformation. Honey, you put out straight out lies about these people. And you're good with that. That's evident. But let me tell you something. Till you've been in her shoes and it's your child you can't find, you need to take a seat and shut the fuck up. And that was worth costing me my AdSense, my $8 and something. It was well worth it. Shut the fuck up. You have no idea how you would be if you woke up in the morning and your son was missing. Though I can't tell you how she feels, I can tell you what it's like to lose a child. I can tell you what it was like to watch my sister fall apart when her son went missing. So fuck you.
Sneak behind walls.
Sorry
and
for the
then when
language,
I come
people.
back,
Sorry. You know I don't normally do it like that, but I've had enough. I've had enough with this one. Hey, Misty.
what does that mean? I come back. Was that leakage? And then when I come back, he'll jump out and scare me.
This is called a Shishibo cube.
And again, that's not...
And let me show you what it does.
That's not shattering her throwing him under the bus or talking bad about him. He was a jokester. That's nothing, again, unusual. And there was nothing unusual about her talking about his ways and stuff. She wasn't putting the kid down. But you are so biased and have such thick blinders on, Miss Profound, that you can't see through your own bullshit.
What is going on in that household? I have autistic children. They don't do that.
She's got to have them set on. I don't know. I checked mine. Mine aren't on while I was live. I checked mine. They're not on aggressive.
No, hide behind walls and hide behind walls. Why are they hiding? Why do they have to hide? Why does he have to hide what he's doing if he's getting food? Why is that an act that he has to hide from you doing? Oh, is it because he would be punished for it? Why did she use the word rummaging? Have any of you who are mothers in this chat ever said, have any of you in this chat who are mothers ever said, my child was rummaging for snacks?
What is wrong? Maybe that's her mannerisms. That's the way she speaks. Nothing, again, no big red flag, nothing wrong there. Do you all see anything wrong with that? Oh, I know. Nope today.
Rummaging for snacks. Sam R. brought up a colossal popcorn. Hold on one second. I was on Lady Freedom's live a couple days ago for a little bit. I couldn't stay on long. But she had a guest on there who said, did he get the colossal popcorn at the BJ's? Is that where he got the colossal popcorn? No, I would be looking for snacks. Right. He was trying to get snacks. He was looking for snacks. He was looking for snacks. You ever talk about your child rummaging?
It doesn't matter. And yeah, my kids will rummage. My daughter will rummage through something. I can't with this one. I cannot. I cannot. She's too much.
Rummaging for anything? I would be embarrassed to say my child was rummaging for something. That would mean it would be.
Why? You would be embarrassed by a lot of things, but what you do, and I don't believe anything embarrasses you, by the way, not after what I've seen. Quit projecting your story onto them.
Something I couldn't provide. He had to rummage for new shoes because I couldn't provide new shoes. Did he say? I'm curious about this. I'm curious about the colossal popcorn. Because something was said on Lady Freedom's live by a guest. Rummaging equals the definition. Thank you. Searching.
Oh, nope, not today.
Means desperately searching. Kim says, search unsystematically, untidily through a mass of receptacle. Sickening. Exactly. What a word to use to describe your child. And by the way, what teenage boy, other than if you're profoundly autistic teenage boy, like my son Spencer, who wakes up at 5:30 in the morning, but if you have to wake your child up for school, why are they already up rummaging for food?
She didn't say he was. She said that is something he would do. So it's a possibility. Of course, you're going to look through the house for him if he's not in his room. That's just basic common sense. You'd think. Yeah, she does.
I mean, my level 1 son at 15, he's 20 now, but even now, you ever try to wake up a 15-year-old at 6 a.m. for school? It's pretty hard. Has to be.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Tends to be a lot of repeat visits to their room. Get up. Let's go. You're going to be late. Come on.
No. Most mornings, I didn't wake my son up. He had hockey practice at 5:30 in the morning. He was already up. But when he didn't have hockey practice, no, he got up. But that's because he had something to do. Now, during the summer, it's a whole different ballgame. But sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes it can't be. You don't know. You don't know these people. You didn't live in their house. You've never met them. You've never seen them interact with him. You have no clue. And really, it's none of your damn business. You, I do not believe, are what you claim to be. I've seen your mask slip, and that's why I didn't play it. But you project your life, what you went through and have gone and are going through onto them. And it's not. Your son is not their son. Their son is Sebastian. He is different. Everybody's different. And that's the cool thing. That's the great thing, that we're all different. You choose to describe your children strictly as being autistic. They choose not to. Because autism doesn't define even your stepchildren. It's only a smart part of who they are. They are a whole human being.
Come on.
Come on.
I'll be there in a minute. It's hard to get our young men up. She touched the crane. All right. About the colossal popcorn. If they got on BJ's, this person on Lady Freedom's live said, colossal popcorn, they went to the BJ's and there's no colossal popcorn on the menu. So I don't have a BJ's near me. I have a Costco.
Okay.
And they have.
Again, why do you care how she worded it? It was a fucking large popcorn, big gosh darn deal. She can call it a magnificent one if she wants to. That is it's irrelevant.
Have a little food court at Costco.
Hey, Angel.
And they have certain things available at Costco, right? They have the hot dog, they have ice cream, they have this. So I'm guessing
okay,
that BJ's is similar, where there's like a little food court thing, snack thing.
Swear to God.
Thank you, Kelly. Happy holidays to you all. I got to check out.
Guys, we can go to my channel and I can show you my live with some of the screenshots of Mark W. If you care to. I will be more than happy to show them. I thought she was going to stick with that, but she changed it up. But we might move on here and move to someone else because I need to laugh. And this one, oh, you can't laugh.
Peter Hyatt stuff. I have not yet. It's on my list to listen to. But
oh, honey, you need to get that list moving because you putting out this stuff you look like a big fool. Nobody bought the name. Well, I didn't think anybody did till you played Dolly. But nobody other than Crime, Lies, and Dolly bought the fake neighbor. I mean, I don't even think, well, Griffin and them were running with it at first, but quickly, backpedaled as she often does. Because she doesn't have any smarts at all. Yeah. Girl.
Does BJ's have the same thing?
Oh,
just soda?
Lord.
They have colossal soda? None, just soda? What's soda? Beth?
Who cares? It just doesn't matter. It's not relevant. You are weird. And honey, I'm not a true crimer, but true crime definitely isn't your forte.
Thank you for saying that, Angel of Light. So they say they have a colossal soda? Is that what it is? I know what soda pop is. I'm saying, do they have a food court at BJ's? Can somebody look into this? Is there? They said on Lady Freedom's Raw Narratives Law, this guest said, there's no colossal popcorn on the menu. Did she get that wrong? It was colossal something else? I heard it was a pretzel. I thought they said, may have been for their grand opening, they had a colossal. I'm looking at the menu now. Yeah, look at the menu. She definitely says it was popcorn, colossal popcorn. He had this colossal popcorn. She said it.
Hey, little horses.
What's his name said it?
Ganja. Hey, Tabo.
It was a grand opening
Michelle.
day. Oh, it was grand opening. So they had a colossal popcorn.
Oh my God.
I'm a private chef for a billionaire family in the Hamptons. And here's a kitchen health secret they've been gatekeeping. When I prepare meals for them, they forbid me.
You think that chef will come cook for me? All I want is a Popeye's chicken sandwich. I have been craving one of those for like a week. I have to get one. I haven't had one in months, so I'm going to get one, I think. I didn't eat today. I need to eat. I was too busy. Food's not my friend right now.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying that's a lie. KP said it. I'm not saying it's a lie, but they were just saying it's not on. He went to BJ's that they went to, and he wanted to get the colossal popcorn, and it wasn't on the menu. I just thought that was on the menu at BJ specifically, but it was grand opening.
What does it matter?
Even the day they went. Okay. So maybe it was a colossal popcorn.
Hey, Ron.
Frankly, the fact that they kept describing it as colossal
working and lurking,
and making faces as they
working and lurking. But thank you for coming in.
Tried to demonstrate how big.
In all honesty, come on, peeps, to you guys. Does it matter if he had a small popcorn, a large popcorn, or a colossal popcorn? Does it really matter?
Was, means something too. But I didn't like the fact that she said she was rummaging. And then why did she say he was rummaging for snacks? It's typical for him. I went to wake him up and he wasn't in his bed, but it's typical for him. Go watch that video. Her in the V-neck, Harley Davidson, which is, they were Harley Davidson shopping soon after, right? During the vigil. That's their dream. That was their dream. Their dream was to be free of concerns and responsibilities and ride their Harley Davidsons with their camper or whatever and be free to go place to place and not be tied down to anything. They weren't looking for sidecars for Sebastian to ride in on those Harleys. You know what a sidecar is on a motorcycle? See it in the cartoons. It's possible KP doesn't even possess a recent photo. Oh no. The most recent one she had was the one she took that night. How weird. He's looking down eating, right? And he's going like this, that fast, eating. Plate, plate, mouth, plate, mouth, plate, mouth. Who eats that fast? He was eating too fast. I mean, to me, it felt like he's eating so fast. It's as if someone's going to snatch his plate away. He's worried. He better get it in fast. I mean,
sandwich.
I have boys. 3. I have 3 boys.
Oh boy, here we go again.
I have a neurotypical
son
who was a football player. Okay. And I used to be a team mom for the football team and do the help with the dinner.
Oh, here we go again. I can't. She projects. She's not using her life as an example. She actually projects it onto these people.
We would do the night before the games or the day of the games. We would give them we would have dinners,
They
once
sure
a week.
do. They can whoop that food down quicker than you can put it on a plate. Thanks, late. It's me, Amberly. Everybody, you all know in here. Hey, Tabo. I think I said, hey, Shauna.
During during the season, we would have dinners once a week. And these boys could eat. Let me tell you, the football team of his high school, they inhaled food. They ate so much food. I was like, every time we would set out the food, we'd set it buffet style.
Okay, but it was wrong. And you accused Katie of starving her son because he was constantly eating, and like any other teenager, the junk food. You see how she sets it? Hey, Jerry, how are you? Hey, Stray Talker.
I would look at this buffet before they came in from practice, and I would say, my God, we could feed a small army.
Again, that has nothing to do with Sebastian.
Team eat weekly. I never saw my son eat that fast, and I did that. I was doing those dinners for 4 years. He was varsity 4 years. Never saw them do that.
Then you weren't paying attention, because my son was varsity since 9th grade, and he did that all the time.
They cannot for seconds, thirds, and fourths, which is great. We were happy. The mothers, by the way, when our children ate a lot, it makes you happy. You were like, these kids were out there sweating, and then, and they eat, yes. It gives you a certain pleasure to see your child enjoy food, right? I make something. I don't complain about, like Katie complained. I was like cutting Brussels sprouts and to cook, and he's just eating them raw faster than I can cut them or put them in the pan. First of all, if my son ever ate a Brussels sprout, I would do a celebration dance. He used to say when I would make Brussels sprouts, like he'd be like, "Ooh, it smells so bad." He didn't like the smell of Brussels sprouts. But if I ever saw my son eat a Brussels sprout, I'd be doing a happy dance, right? Who complains about their son eating Brussels sprouts? Slung the menu at him. You know, I want to say something about that, Cassie. Cassie broke. I say Cassie, but it's Cassie, right?
Okay.
Allegedly, in my opinion. Allegedly, she flung the menu, kind of like this.
She didn't fling the menu. They were sitting down having dinner. Nothing nefarious about it. You didn't see the entire video. You only seen the heavily clipped video that they showed you. In fact, I have some posts from SF I want to read to everybody. Yeah. Stop making something out of nothing.
There was no tenderness. There was no tenderness.
Oh, my Lord. Hey, Spooky. No. I love that name.
By the way, this is how long after, he had reported to school about stuff. I mean, there was no making up she was doing with him. There is I've studied this. I really have, unfortunately. I'm Jewish. I told you about
my Gamers Cruising.
Jewish. I have family who were killed.
Hey,
in the Holocaust.
Hey, Kim.
Concentration camps and in their homes.
What does this have to do with Sebastian? And honey, you wasn't even around then. God.
And I've read books about this. Because it's always, disturbs me and other people in my religion. How can neighbors turn on each other like that? How does that happen?
What
right?
does this have
But there was
to do
this
with
process
Sebastian?
Of dehumanization.
Imaginary Enterprise, we need you. We're trying to figure out what does this have to do with Sebastian? Is she not one of the ones getting the scripts? Everyone's getting emails with outlines of ideas of what, to cover in their lives, and they're all sounding the same. I don't think they can control this one. I don't think she's listening to them.
That ever took place, right? There was a lot of propaganda. There was a lot of things the government was putting out.
This one organ can make a woman's belly big and stick out. And no matter how many diets or how much exercise you do, it won't help. Which organ is the culprit? It's actually right here.
I'll tell you the organ right there. It is. This one right here. This face right here.
Give him a compliment. And probably over a year, she didn't even seem to know during the interviews or even fake it. I know.
It's playing choppy?
Yeah. Oh, we should talk. Yeah.
Is it playing choppy?
And this is a process of dehumanization that happened through propaganda, through things.
Yes.
Right? It didn't start out.
Let me go out and come back in. Was it playing choppy the whole time, or did it just start? That's wild. Let me go out and go back in. I'm about tired of her anyway. We might move on to someone else. Oh. Let's see if that worked.
No,
let me know if that helped.
Did she get that wrong? It was colossal something else.
Oh, shit.
Colossal popcorn.
Why did it not load right back where I left off?
Cruella. By their name. There's a distancing. There's like a dehumanizing of this because they don't exist.
Who?
Right? You stop calling the kid by their name. You say this child, even after the fact.
Who's doing that? Who's distancing? There's never been a distance. Are you blind? Maybe take those heavy blinders off you wear. Because when you look at that woman, you can see the devastation. She loves her son. She wants him home terribly. They all do. He has a whole family that love and miss him and want him home. All the parents want him home, in my opinion. But how you can say that and not look at that woman when you see the interviews and see a broken, devastated mother is beyond me. Beyond me. And I'm on no one's side but Sebastian's. However, it didn't take me long to see the problematic side.
Kathy, Grandma Cruella.
Oh, here we go
repeatedly
again.
in Facebook posts since Sebastian's gone missing, including ones in the last week, still referring
Casey
to her missing step-grandchild as this child. You're the type of person who's preventing this child from being found.
What's wrong with that statement? You're talking about I no matter what these people would say or do, they're going to pick it apart and it's going to be wrong. It is what it is. That's what's going to happen.
That's an emotional distancing that's going on. This child.
It's not an emotional distancing.
Remember, I was making fun of it. I was saying she made, what do you get a birthday cake? Say happy birthday, this child. You say happy birthday, this child.
She was responding to a comment. You freaking idiot.
Say his name, Sebastian. Does he have a name? Sebastian. His name is Sebastian. Not this child, Kathy. He has a name. Please, Kathy Bowersocks. I'm speaking to you directly. Let me look at the camera. Kathy, if you're watching this, if you have a shred of humanity, start referring to Sebastian as Sebastian rather than this child, because we know why you're calling him this child, because you have to dehumanize him in order to be able to talk about the things that your son is being accused of.
What is this weird new wearable gadget, and why is it quickly becoming the most popular Christmas gift of 2024? This is the...
You probably believe, in my opinion, to have some.
Sorry, I was muted. I'm really trying here. I'm really trying here. Oh boy.
Stop dehumanizing Sebastian, Kathy Bowersocks. Stop calling him this child. Use his name.
I was muted on purpose. Sorry, I needed to. I couldn't say that out loud. You bumbling idiot. She was responding to a freaking comment. Nothing more.
He has a name. His name is Sebastian. Stop calling him this child.
Guess what? She has a name. Her name is Kathy Bowersocks. Not what you and your team have given her. So go figure on that one. Take your own advice.
Bauer socks. Stop it. And P.S. Get the fuck off Facebook if you're not going to be talking about Sebastian. Don't show.
What? Who the hell do you think you are to tell someone to get off Facebook? This is her family member that's missing, honey, not yours. You're the one that needs to get off. You need to log off.
Real estate stuff. Who the F is looking at your post for real estate when you have a missing autistic grandson? Well, no, it wasn't your grandchild like you refer to Faith. Your posts on Facebook, your public posts on Facebook, Kathy Bauer socks, are disgusting. They make us all sick.
No, they are not. No, they do not. And you know what? Life goes on. You still have to pay the bills. You still have to eat. So you have to work. She has more of a right to post what she wants to than any of you. You're not relevant in this kid's life at all. You're a nuisance.
When I say us all, I mean people who care about Sebastian, who really care about Sebastian, people who are opposed to a stepfather who would hit a child with a belt, as your son admitted to. Are you proud of raising your son to hit autistic children with a belt? That came out of his mouth, Kathy. Not anybody else's. Nobody's faking it. Nobody.
Okay, this was a couple years ago. He had not been diagnosed until recently. So, stop it. And they don't use autism to define Sebastian because that doesn't define him. Like I said, he's a whole human being. That's just a very small part of him. Shame on you for using it to exploit.
Over that tape of him on the Nancy Grace show. Were you proud of him, Kathy Bauer socks, when he talked about that, Kathy? And then threaten me? No, I'm gonna post every little thing. Da 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 da. I have a feeling, Kathy. There's a lot of skeletons in the Bauer socks guy Proudfoot family. Would you like it if Nina posted all your little details?
Are you kidding me? Nina did exactly what she intended to do. She came on that panel to assassinate Chris's character. Nothing more, nothing less. There was a nasty custody battle. She thought it would get her, and she even tried to get a YouTuber who don't know nothing to testify. Didn't go over well for her, did it? She pulled a lot of dirty shit. Didn't go over well for her, did it? And then she laughed about it on Facebook. You're sticking up for the wrong one because she's the one doing the crap like you're talking about, not Chris and Katie. They've never even addressed none of that.
Details, everything. That's not a nice thing to say to Nina. Kathy. You know, people got receipts on YouTube, probably.
Combining a phone stand with a Bluetooth.
Like I said, it was a nasty custody battle. She came out here
just
putting all kind of stuff out about Chris without no receipts. And there was not one iota of receipts ever shown to back up anything she said. It's choppy again? Oh, I don't know. YouTube and StreamYard. Let me reshare screen. I reloaded it. Maybe that'll help.
or else the conversation's done with. FYI. Now he's going to talk about his friend's daughter's waitress.
Yes, he wasn't home. You're wrong. That's a lie. That's Mark W. spinning some more lies. Why did it come the whole way to the top? What the hell? Why did it do that?
Ever since Kimora was a little girl, she had her sight set on the sky, and Spectrum Internet brought the sky to her fingertips.
As doing a significant contribution to the community at Ohio State. And it's saying when you go forward in life, you need to continue to contribute to the community wherever you are. And with that idea, in literal translation, it's Hebrew. The literal translation means repair the world, basically. Repairing the world.
Oh boy.
Means that every person in our religion has a personal responsibility.
Okay.
To make it. You have a job. And this is what I've been taught. I don't know if I share this with you guys. Religion is a very important part of all the pop culture questions. I take all the Old Testament questions.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4 states away. And it's harder to keep up communication with a non-verbal, minimally verbal child by phone, obviously. He doesn't like to talk on the phone to anybody. He doesn't talk, you know? So she sees him, she sees our level 1 child.
Okay, look, this is where I'm telling you. Hey, Chico. It's choppy still. Son of a bitch. All right, I think I know what's going on. Let me tell the kids to shut it down. Wait a minute. Bear with me. I'm gonna reboot real quick. Just reset real quick. Okay, I figured out what it is. It's my house. For some reason, there's 3 TVs with streaming going on, and no one's watching them. So I'm making them shut them down. But that's what was going on. It's got to be because everything else is good. Hey, Dog the Betty Hunter. Hey, Candy Wrapper. Welcome in, everybody. Please hit that thumbs up if you're not subbed up. Sub on it. I got one. Anyway, all right. What she's going to get into here. Just listen, you see. Remember how I tell you she keeps projecting her actual life onto the Prophets and Sebastian? Not using it as an example, actually projecting it. There's a big difference there. You're going to hear. And she always concentrated because he's a step parent like her. But listen.
Like 3 or 4 states away. Year, 2 years at a time without seeing Spencer. But then there would be long period. And 11 more signatures needed? 2, 500, 13? Okay, that's okay.
I can't believe people are signing that petition of hers. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable.
And she did sometimes. but there was never a schedule or anything like that. And
hey, Gendra.
But then there would be long periods where she didn't see him. I mean, she's gone 1 year, 2 years at a time without seeing Spencer specifically. But with his twin brother, who is level 1, who can talk to her on the phone, who can call her, she moved out of state about a decade ago, like 3 or 4 states away. And it's harder to keep up communication with a nonverbal, minimally verbal child by phone, obviously. He doesn't like to talk on the phone.
The only reason I'm playing this is for context, because she's, like I said, she's always projecting what she's experienced as a step-parent of autistic children, because she only identifies her stepchildren, her steps, as autistic. She does not describe them any other way. To her, that's their total description. That's just everything about them, and it's sad because it's not. But she does the same thing with Sebastian. Her petition won't go anywhere. No, let's hope not. It's a joke.
He doesn't talk, So she sees him.
Her nose is getting bigger.
She's our level 1 child. It used to be always twice a year, although in recent years there's been a couple times I've been skipped, but always around Christmas time, during his Christmas break from school, they'll go down to where she lives. We pay for the ticket. And he stays for 4 nights. This is my level 1 son. And he sees her. And, we've encouraged that. But it's sad when Spencer asks for her and she's not around, because it's confusing to Spencer, That's also what we're saying. Like, if he's calling her mom, and I say, call me mom, it would be confusing. He knows who she is. He remembers. He knows. He still sees her every once in a while. I get angry. Al has much more compassion and patience than I do, really. I have to say, I get angrier about it than he does. I fail in that way because it makes me mad for them.
And like I told you, she's not who she portrays herself to be. The lie that I was playing the second half of the last time I reviewed her, I did not play the first part of that lie, but there is a little section, it's small, where you can hear the anger in her voice, how mad she was that she was interrupted and trying to be live, but being interrupted by her family. The mask slipped.
No.
Imagine a bra that looks like sagging never happened. Try Ellsworth. The bra designed with my comfort in mind.
One time she came up here and went to a wedding.
What she does
is
she uses her experience to shade Chris being a step parent. And that, she's the ultimate step parent, whereas he's the lowest of the low step parents. People ever think they have importance in any of these cases, they are not entitled or any of significance at all. It's so strange they even think they are, Oh, she has been calling and emailing the tip line, the detective, the DA, the chief, or the sheriff, everybody. She's demanding felony charges be pressed against the Proudfoots for abuse. She's demanding that Craddock is investigated for ignoring the felony charges and the evidence to prove they did the abuse. Oh, she's way out there.
Wedding, somebody we know. We didn't see the boys. She was in town. It made me really mad.
Now you see why she's so against Chris Proudfoot. That's the reason that's the only reason I played this. Because of her situation with her stepson's family, she just chucks Chris and them in with, the same category, and it's not the same thing.
We didn't have Hanukkah bush. My father was a rabbi. We were religious. Dates, if you want to call them. But I met Al the first time at this place, and he had no Christmas tree. He had the boys buy him for 2 years. And I said, "Are you gonna get a tree?" And he was like, "I am. I just, haven't gotten around to it." I said, "Well, I share custody with my ex. That weekend he was going to his dad's. I said, if he wants Saturday, hey, this is the first time I met, because it was 2 weeks before Christmas. I said, bring it back to the house, set it up." I was excited as shit. I couldn't wait because I had never done it. I was so excited to decorate a Christmas tree. Why are there, what's the lights, or what are the lights? And I said, they're Christmas lights. And say, I got this woman, Julie.
Enough with her. Enough with this one anyway. There's one more little thing I want to show you, but I think we're going to move on. I need this one here can get on your nerves. Oh, Lord, she's live now. Oh, is she really live now? Yep. Urgent situation. Autistic child with cerebral palsy abused at school. Then she did one on Grandma Gorilla baby socks. It's huffing and puffing. Oh my Lord. There was a clip channel. Oh, I want to read you some of those posts real quick while I'm loading the video to play. But there's a little bit I want to play next. These were new posts from SF Investigates on Twitter, because that's where he posts everything. Oh Lord, I did all them. I think it's this one. Usually I label them or number them. Oh, that was calm, Lab. You should see the other stuff I've reviewed on her. It's worse. That was actually, yeah. Okay. Let's start with these. Okay, these are just different posts from SF. Because Betty did a live right after Clue's live about the lights. Of course, because Betty's been, claiming that it's all this stuff that it's not. Let me close some of these windows. Okay. It says, someone sent me a clip of Blows 'em Hard Betty claiming I said that the 3 a.m. vehicle is a couple that's in a fight. I would love to see any proof that I said that. Here's your big chance at redemption, Betty. Let's see the proof. Now, we all know that Betty said that because I reviewed it. And I could find nowhere where SF said anything like that. But here was his post. Let's address the trash trucks versus flashlight video and the misinformation that BHB and allegedly with Brittany Grifton continue to spread day after day as part of their grift. Yes, I know who the 3M vehicles belong to and who is driving them. BHB and Grifton are falsely claiming that these vehicles are part of the lights video captured on surveillance footage. They are wrong, as usual. The trash truck was on Keelan at 5:01 a.m. on Stafford Court near Sebastian's house at 5:12 a.m. The lights video everyone is discussing was recorded at 5:09 to 5:10 a.m. We know this because the full uncut video, longer than the version seen publicly through Nick Barris, includes the trash truck turning onto and proceeding along its route on Stafford Court. Cletus, Crabtree, and Clue, along with the homeowner from the surveillance camera location, recreated the video to make it as accurate as possible since the original camera had been replaced. We first obtained the specifications of the original camera. It had a 3.5 millimeter lens with a 75-degree field of view. The mounting bracket revealed that approximately 18% of this view was essentially wasted by pointing at the wall of the house, leaving the remaining field of view as depicted in the images below. As you can see, Sebastian's home and the area behind it are not within the camera's field of view. Sorry, my little came out. Daddy came home and brought a box of candy bars, and yeah, they're not getting one. It's bedtime. They can have one tomorrow, but then it's 8:30 at night. They're brushed their teeth. They're getting ready to get in bed. Nope. Anyway, nice try, kiddo. Nice try. You gotta do better there. You want to get over on this old cow. As you can see, Sebastian's home and the area behind it are not within the camera's field of view. What some people mistakenly thought was Sebastian walking behind the house is not possible because that area is not visible in the footage. As for what the lights are, we will leave that for everyone to decide on their own. Through extensive technical analysis, including precise measurements of pixels and the consistent distance between the lights as they move across the screen, we are confident in our conclusions. However, we are not going to disclose our findings at this time. Everyone is free to form their own opinions, but those opinions should at least be based on accurate information. What is being presented by irresponsible creators is not accurate. To reiterate, the 3 a.m. vehicles are accounted for and have nothing to do with the lights video, because that video was recorded at 5:09 to 5:10 a.m. Attached are 2 still images of the actual trash truck from the morning of February 26th, taken from surveillance cameras we obtained from Keelan and Stafford Court. We have much more footage and additional angles to support our findings. Facts and evidence matter. We are guided solely by the facts and evidence, not by unfulfilled promises, fictional storylines, or fabricated boogeyman women. Facts and evidence will lead us to Sebastian. This is going to be discussed in more detail on Illuminati's Live, which happened the other day. And here is the actual images. Now, I've been telling you all since day fucking one that was a trash truck. Don't believe the shit they're spewing. Hey, B-Tim, that was a trash truck. Do you need more evidence? There's the freaking pictures of the damn trash truck. I mean, come on. I mean, this is insanity. We've been saying this all along. I'll drop the link if anybody wants to. Oops, I done kicked myself out of my StreamYard. Anyway, I'll post a link if anybody wants to come up. I didn't even think about it. Sorry. I got into it and forgot. Oh, now the dog's barking. Lord have mercy. My Sir Duke is so mad at me. Hey, Tia. Hey, Liplock. I'll post it. I'll pin it for a little bit. But anyway, there's more posts. Just wait. There's more. All right. So stop sharing. I will go to the next post. Okay. Oh, listen to that dog. He is so beyond spoiled. I mean, Hey, Lap. Hey, Lap.
Oh, hi.
How are you?
I am doing good. I was just typing to you in Back.Julie.
Oh. You just wanted to type in back chat?
I wanted to ask you a question, but anyways, I've been watching your lives on this woman.
Mm-hmm.
And what's her name? Is this Julie or Smiley?
No, this is Julie Skolnik. Profound Autism. She came over from TikTok.
From TikTok?
Yes.
Oh my
She
God.
exploits. Oh, stop the dog from barking. You're going to blow people's eardrums.
So she came over from TikTok where those people over there have no clue on anything.
Right. She has a channel over there, but it was, in my opinion, exploiting her stepchildren. However, each to their own. That's when she jumped into the Sebastian Rogers case and then came over here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm.
She doesn't do true crime. She was an autism advocate channel, supposedly.
So what the hell is she?
Well,
what is she doing over here?
Because all she cares about is Sebastian. To her, Sebastian is nothing but autism. He's
autism.
That she doesn't give. She uses autism to totally define, and it does not, and that angers me.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. You don't. That isn't what a person is about.
Right.
They're more than that. They're not just, oh, you're autistic. And Sebastian, he was just recently diagnosed, wasn't he?
Yes, in 2023. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. So it's not like they knew his whole life and
right.
Wow. So that's all this woman's about. Okay.
Fixing views and attention. Oh, she has contacted the tip line. She's encouraged people to. She has contacted the DA. She has contacted the detective. She has contacted Sheriff Craddock himself. She's demanding that Chris and Katie be arrested and charged with felonies for child abuse. She's also demanding that the DA investigate Craddock for not filing charges against Chris and Katie.
So she basically is BHB's twin.
Yes. Pretty much.
She thinks she knows all and they should be listening to her and now she's not going up against SF Investigates too, is she?
She doesn't. Well, she ran with the fake neighbor, Mark W.
Oh no.
I can't even believe she ran with that. I cannot even believe at this point this woman who claims to be so educated and so smart ran with the fake neighbor from Crime Lines and Lies.
Oh my gosh. And what college was that she just ranted and raved about? She went to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Now we all know which college not to go to, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering.
Hey, it's me, Amberly.
I was just wondering who she was because I want to look into her a little bit.
Oh, that's fantastic, Amberly. Everybody sent good vibes and prayers Amberly's son's way. He had an awesome interview. Get the job.
Oh, awesome. That's awesome.
I love to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
They've had such a good mama, a good role model.
Definitely. Good parenting. That's the biggest payoff. Like my daughter, she's a pharmacist for Amazon.
That's great.
And I was never so proud when I saw that certificate. It was like,
oh yeah,
look at what I did. You did that, Amberly. You did that. Okay, maybe they did it a little, but whatever.
But they had the role models and the
Yes.
No, that's not what I wanted. I shared the wrong screen.
How's your quitting smoking going, Kathy?
Oh, I only smoke about 4 or 5 cigarettes a day. I'm down. I light my lighter all the time, and it bothered somebody that was a sub, so she unsubbed me.
I was here when the person was saying that bothered them.
But I took my lighter instead of smoke, because I'll sit here and I'll hold a cigarette for the whole time I'm live and never light it.
Right.
It's just the idea of holding it and having it in my mouth, but I don't light it. But I will
Yeah.
kick the hell out of my lighter now. But I also smoke green.
I'm trying to do the vaping stuff.
Oh, I can't vape because of my COPD. I wouldn't even try.
Yeah, it's killing me.
My COPD, I couldn't handle it. My lungs couldn't handle it.
Candy wrapper. I quit smoking a year ago, September. It's pretty easy, Kathy.
I'm trying.
I don't know if
I'm
it's
really
easy.
trying.
I don't know about the easy
It
part.
hasn't been easy, but that's
It has
awesome.
not.
Good for you. Good for you, Candy Wrapper. I'm gonna get there. Because I'm tired of spending money killing myself.
Oh, how my cigarettes up here? They're $11
Oh, see,
a pack.
Nope,
Yep.
I'm done. Nope, I got too much else I need to do in life.
Well,
Okay.
that's what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. It's like,
Hey, Wise Mom. 6
11
years smoke free. I'll tell you what was working for me was Chantix. But
really?
the coupon, and I never had no nightmares or nothing like that from it. And if you smoked, you got nauseated. So you didn't smoke.
Yeah,
But
I think I need
my
I think I
coupons
need
expired.
something like that.
Yeah, and it jumped up in price to $185. So I was like, yikes, no, not this month. So I probably would have been totally done smoking had I bought it for another month.
Yeah.
But I didn't, and yeah.
No,
Here I
everything else
am.
comes first. But remember, if you're not around, then nothing's going to be around.
Yeah.
You should come first in some situations, like quitting smoking. Be Still said, I ordered CBD and it helped.
Yeah, I do. I have a medical card, so I do. I've never hid the fact that I use medical marijuana.
Right.
And it does.
Right.
It does help. Okay, let's read these
Okay.
posts. Now, this is another one from SF Investigates. And this was December 17th, 2024. To further prove that creators are spinning false narratives to create drama for the sake of transparency, here are 2 screenshots from the report I finalized with an analysis I worked with about the light video. I am not suggesting it's a trash truck like they claim. Okay, let's see what they say.
Well, those pictures were a trash truck.
Oh, yeah. It definitely was a trash truck.
Yeah, it was. Definitely.
The light pattern analysis, Sebastian Rogers case. Analysis of the light pattern shown in the surveillance footage captured from the corner of Keelan and Stafford Court on February 26, 2024. AI models were used to analyze the pixel level of the video and track size, movements, deviations, and other data available to determine the likely source of each light source analyzed. Pixel level analysis and contour detection techniques were applied to track positional changes across frames, enabling accurate measurements of light source movement and variability. Evidence of walking. Light source 1. Minimal height variation suggests steady behavior, potentially stationary or slow walking with a firm grip. Light source 2. Height fluctuations and dynamic behavior align with walking or more active movement. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, in other words,
Here's the
it looks like a trash truck.
Right, but here's the conclusion. Based on the analysis of the video, light source 1 is most likely a stationary mounted light source. Like on the freaking house, like we've been telling you for months.
Mm-hmm.
Such as a security floodlight, porch light, or a flashlight fixed on a stable surface. Its consistent height, 5'5" to 6'5", lack of lateral movement, and steady beam pattern strongly suggest it is not being carried by a person.
Right.
Duh.
Uh-huh.
We've been saying that for months.
Well, you needed the specialists to come in.
Yeah, okay. They still don't believe it. Betty turned around and ran with her lives, saying these guys were all cuckoo quacks, and she's right. And even Spanky called her out about her light video, her light coverage, and the way she was trying to make it look like it was the Bowersox car when it wasn't the Bowersox car. He even called her out and said she couldn't tell people that she was lying, and he called her bullhorn strangler. I clipped it and put it on my channel.
See, I hate this because I want to, find out more about this. But at the same time, I don't want to give people like this clicks and views.
Mm-hmm. Well, they made up already. They made up really quick. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
they made up really quick.
What's the next part in contrast?
Okay. In contrast, light source number 2 exhibits dynamic behavior with significant height fluctuations and lateral motion that align with human walking patterns. This strongly indicates it is a handheld flashlight actively used by a person moving through the area. The variability in light source 2's behavior suggests it is being held at a shoulder or head level by an individual, possibly scanning or navigating the environment. This person holding light source 2, most likely around 5'5" to 6 feet tall, with a higher likelihood closer to 5'5", if the flashlight is regularly held at shoulder level. Which means it was the garbage man.
Which means what?
There was a neighbor that took out his trash.
Oh.
And,
well,
or it could have been a garbage man. There was also a neighbor that was leaving for work.
Well, God forbid he did that. Normal, everyday stuff. Wow.
Oh, that's right. There was a custodian arrested at a Sumner County school today for inappropriate conduct with a minor. So I wonder what they're going to do with that. Are they going to try to, now totally spin it away from the Proudfoots? Because they're going to say something about it.
They'll probably try tying it in.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I see that happening. Chili's front said check bat check.
Okay. Oh, I keep forgetting I'm not on YouTube, and I keep exiting it and it takes me out. I was on Twitter, so let me go to back chat.
Yeah,
I sure will. Let me write that down because once I close out StreamYard, everything's gone. I got you, Chili's.
Well, wait a minute. I should do this too. Just in case you didn't remember it or something.
I'm glad you did that because now I couldn't find it.
Oh, I've been texting you.
Well, you're texting the wrong number. I don't have that phone anymore. It got stolen.
It did?
Yeah, my son was puking, and I was rushing him into the bathroom. He was puking everywhere. And I just dropped my stuff and rushed him into the stall. And within seconds, some lady picked it up and left. And it was broke. It was an old, cheap phone. It wasn't like it was any kind of a good phone.
What an asshole. Sorry.
Yeah. And then I finally, it took me like a month to get another phone. I bought a cheapie. And last week, I was in, but I don't have the same number because it took me so long. It's a whole mess. I'll give you my other one.
Okay. Well,
I was trying to take it out of the cheap case it came in and put it in a good case because if it fell, I didn't want it to break. Well, I dropped it transferring cases and totally destroyed the screen.
Was that the other day what you did?
Yeah, my first phone I broke. Yeah, my first phone. I should have left it in the fucking cheap case.
Oh my gosh, you're just a kid. You're just a kid. Breaking phones.
Yep.
Well, thank you for letting me up, and thank you for kind of letting me know what's going on here with this woman.
Yeah, she does parodies of these people.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, she's done a parody of Chris, of Katie, of Sheriff Craddock.
There was only one person that was good at parodies, and that was JR, JB, something like that. I forget who they were. But to do parodies on a family that their child's missing is so
Gross.
Disrespectful.
Gross.
Huh?
Gross.
Yeah, disgusting. Yes, exactly, Kathleen. It's, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, she even tries to look like him.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
then again, look at this woman. I mean, just the lives that you've been doing and I've caught. It's like, who is this woman? Where did she come? I'm like, I'm so grossed out by her. I mean, I'm sitting here. Oh, I have my grandson, by the way.
Oh, you ready for Christmas?
Yeah, he's ready for Christmas.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not.
I
Not even
can't
close.
with this woman. I can't. I barely can with Betty, but this woman, I can't. I don't know, something about her really rubs me the wrong way, and it's hard to get on my bad side.
Yeah,
but
she can do it. If she can get there.
She's there. I don't like her already. But anyways, so I'll jump down. Thank you for setting something straight, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. And you're muted.
Give you a holler.
Okay.
Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
I'm going to read it. Bye. This is another post from SF. I'm looking for a clip channel. If not, I'll just play Betty. I didn't want to go through Betty's whole live, though. I believe it was No Wire Hangers. No Wire Hangers is a good channel. Mocking Media. I love that channel, too. Mr. Nobody. I really like Mr. Nobody. You guys know. Why is Monkey and Chopper? Why is Mocking Media or No Wire Hangers always right? I don't understand why it's always at the bottom. Oh my god. There's some good videos. Really does. Anyway, it says, although I did not watch it, I have received comments about a counter narrative from a YouTube channel tonight regarding my tweet yesterday about the supposed 3am vehicles in the Stafford Court neighborhood. For reasons unknown, some creators are attempting to tie the 3am vehicles to a video referred to as Lights video. Wait, I think somebody came up with that. No, okay. I thought it was weird. Maybe it was me going into the algorithm. Dude, I don't know who you are. Who are you? Wait a minute. Let me put my screen up. I don't know who you are.
Oh, I know. I'm just random here. Just want to support, the stream.
Okay.
Yeah. You're sitting in here alone. I just joined. I go YouTube StreamYard Series Live. Does somebody have the open panel, the link, I'm from Denmark.
You're from Denmark?
Yes.
Well, welcome in.
Thank you. Where are you from? America?
Yeah, Florida.
Good. Florida. It's gonna be GTA 6 there, How old are you?
Oh, I'm old. I'm over
old,
60.
Yeah. You're over 60.
Yeah.
You're not old enough to do YouTube. That's good.
Yeah.
No, for real. Like I have friends, they are like 30 and they don't know how to use a phone. That's crazy.
Oh, look at Julie.
Yeah, everything. It's good.
Yeah, I'm just
What's your
reading
name?
post.
Yeah.
Kathy Peace.
What?
Kathy P.
Kathy.
Kathy
Oh,
P.
Kathy P.
Mm-hmm.
Just call me Andy. You know, Andy.
So you
Yeah,
knew on
be
this part
careful.
of YouTube, or did?
I did YouTube before like this also. Like I did mostly in real life outside.
Oh.
I did actually live streaming outside. Had a lot of viewers and shit. But like, nah, I got a real work. You know, got real money. But I
Yeah,
was
you got to.
doing streaming for
Bye.
3 years, full
Wow.
time, and actually made like a lot of money. But like it's again, I streamed on other platforms, and it was going up. And then I go to YouTube, we go a little bit up again. But shit is hard.
Yeah, it is.
They
There's my laugh.
they all say be careful. It's okay.
Hey,
It's
laugh.
okay. You don't have
Well,
to
that's
show
'cause
me like
we get porn bombed. People like to
Yeah, that's
say
nice.
bad words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do none of that on my channel. I don't.
That's good.
Don't tolerate
Yeah.
racist crap. I don't tolerate prawn.
No.
You know.
I respect.
So Denmark, you want to shut off your camera?
I can do that if you like. If you don't want me to
it'd be
put it
better.
on, I can just. I promise I just have it off. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it'd be better. You know what we're talking
Okay.
about?
No, I just joined like a few minutes ago. Like all.
We're talking about this true crime case.
Okay, I didn't even hear anybody else were in here.
Yeah.
No, I just brought laugh back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about a true crime case on a poor child, on a 15-year-old boy that's missing.
Oh, in America.
I don't know if you're interested in that, but that's what Kathy talks about. She talks about that
No,
kind
I'm
of
not
stuff.
true crime. I'm a call out channel. I call
She
out people
calls
to put
out
misinformation. But there's a
people that-
16-year-old boy missing that's been
That's
missing
crazy.
for almost 9 months, and it's
Do
bad.
you know
what they're
him or
doing.
you just from internet and all that? Because like, a lot of people missing over there, you know, and if it's kids, that's crazy. That's not good. You should find them, you know.
But that's what we're talking about if you want to partake in our conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I should maybe leave. It's boring for me, you know.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit drunk. But you have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Well, that was nice.
That was really nice.
Yes, thank you very much for coming up. I appreciate that. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Laffy.
I'm going to watch some more.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Bye, guys.
All right, now I'll remove the overlay. Okay, now let's get back into reading this. The light video was captured by a camera with a broken timestamp, which I've been saying since day one. While it shows the 3 a.m. hour, it was not taken at that time, based on footage from more than 4 other cameras in the area. We know the video was recorded at approximately 5:09 to 5:10 a.m. I have attached a short video showing a trash truck traveling down Keelan Lane at 5:09. Seconds later, the truck takes a right turn onto Stafford Court by 5:12. Now, didn't Bobby Binocular say no, that's not true? I knew she was full of shit. I never believed anything she said either. Anyway, by 5:12 a.m., it's nearly in front of Sebastian's house, and I have again attached that screenshot. The house that captured the lights video is located between these 2 points, so it's reasonable to conclude the lights video was taken around 5:10 a.m., and the owner of the video has stated clearly that the original video shows the trash truck driving through the frame, but that was cut out of the version you all are seeing. There were 2 vehicles in the neighborhood during the 3 a.m. hour. We have accounted for these cars, the drivers, and their activities. The lights video and the 3 a.m. vehicles that people are referencing are two separate events. I have attached an image showing the exact surveillance camera as it was mounted on the house. This image captures the exact angle and position of the camera that captured the lights video. During the reaction or recreation, all factors were considered, including the camera's field of view, which arcs out roughly 37.5 degrees from the center line of the lens, 75-degree field of view. If you believe that 37.5 degrees is wide enough to see into the backyard of a house, 2 houses away, and around a curve, then that is your interpretation. At no point did I claim that the lights in the video were of a trash truck. In fact, I have repeatedly stated that what the lights represent is open to interpretation, and I was reserving mine, so not to sway opinion. Showing the trash truck's lights and its lighting patterns should be considered a read between the lines moment. A trash truck has 8 to 10 lights on its back, yet these are not visible in the lights video. Despite this, I was told tonight that I claimed the lights were from a trash truck. This is completely false and irresponsible. In fact, he has completely missed the point. In reality, I was agreeing with him. He just wanted to be a counter narrative, so he spun mine a different direction. Such narratives do not help Sebastian. They hurt him by spreading confusion and distraction. We are sharing actual footage and photos from the scene on February 26th, which provide the time the trash truck was in the neighborhood and prove the 3M vehicles are not connected to the lights video. Our attention is to redirect the focus back to Sebastian. And here they are. This is what we've been saying all along. Jesus. We've been saying this all along. And Betty still goes and does a live, and she's clearly delusional. Clearly delusional. All right. This one additional point to consider about the YouTube creators being incentivized by At Night to peddle baseless theories, such as the Texas Roadhouse claims, and their latest attempt to debunk the lights video, is the nature of the footage they are using. The video they are analyzing is not an original copy of the surveillance footage. It is a recording taken by someone using their phone to capture a computer monitor playing the footage. The borders of the video have been cropped and the footage has been stabilized, which masks the fact that it's a secondhand recording. As a result, what you're seeing is not an accurate representation of the original surveillance footage. You lose critical context, such as the plane and angle of the recording, the camera shake from the person's unsteady hand, and how they selectively zoom in on certain parts of the screen. In contrast, the unedited version tells a different story. This surveillance footage was recorded by the property owner directly off the monitor because they didn't know how to export it from the server. Before the TBI took possession of the server, the footage was recorded by playing it back on the monitor and capturing it with a phone. What you're watching is essentially a recording of a recording being played on a computer monitor. Even a slight tilt or shift of the phone during a recording can distort the perspective, and this has likely affected what you see in the manipulated version. So, the packaged version they are pushing is just more misinformation designed to mislead and sell their narrative. That's the truth of the matter. Attached is the raw version, which you can see the edges of the computer monitor. And here it is. Let's blow it up. And he's right, you can. Yeah, he's right. Oh, Shorty, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I got close to my goal. I'm happy. All right, Lab. Thank you. Yeah, that. So we've been saying this for months. Also note the timestamp in the video is broken and frozen on 2/23/24 at 3:11:04. And that's true. Which I did all along, but nobody cared to listen. Lab, you shouldn't have done that. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. Let me bring up no wire hangers. Tell you, the clip channels have been nailing it, man. Literally, Davis, everybody. This was just put out by No Wire Hangers. Hartley, everybody's been killing it. Lippy. Okay, this is about Betty.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, recording,
Let
TV,
me
scholarship,
turn
and
it
research.
down. We don't need to speed her up. Wait a minute.
Warning, bullshit alert. Warning, bullshit alert.
So let's go back. Oh, thank you, Nanette. Okay, I think we're there. Hold on. Let me go over here to the side and see where we're at. Hold on. I'm on. Yeah, I can only get this stuff from several different screens, and I'm never on the right screen to see where we are. But I wanted to tell you because if we meet our goal, I want to make sure that you guys know we will be opening the phone lines. But it looks like we're closer to our goal today than we were yesterday. So I think that the phone lines will get open. Let's just see. Where are we on our goal? Okay, we got 6 out of 10 of the goals. So it does look, we need 4 more, but it does look like we will meet that goal. So we'll just start. We'll start having a thought that at the end of this, what I've got to explain, we will be opening up the phone lines. I'm absolutely sure within the next hour, we're going to get those other 4. So we'll just go ahead and move toward. We're going to be opening up the phone line. So if you guys would like to call in, please stick around until the end of the show where we open up the phone lines. It's nice to see everybody this morning. And again, we're going over and all these distractions that are now coming in. Oh, thank you, Sandy. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you.
Griff never ends. Oh, my Lord. That was good. I see Sinners. He just never stops, does he? All right, Hope. Thank you. I'm looking for something real quick. Okay. I don't really have time to get into Betty, but I was looking for... Wait. I found it. I found it. Let me share screen. I can't believe Julie was running with the fake neighbor, Mark W. Oh my lord.
Do you have a car? And do you have a clean driving record? Did you know you could pay as low as
harassing Sebastian Rogers' family was arrested. The missing teen's mother earned an
This is
order of
blank
protection
screen.
after claiming she was being stalked
Blank screen put this out.
and falsely accused by a YouTuber. Andrew Griffin, also known as Bullhorn Betty, was booked into Sumner County Jail. Clarksville police say they initially arrested her for an out-of-county warrant for contempt. The Florida woman was charged with violating that same protection order. 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers disappeared in February from his family's home in Hendersonville. It will soon be 6 months since he went missing.
A few moments later.
That's what we need. So I hope you guys do whatever you guys can do to help facilitate that. Sumner County Sheriff's Department office needs to be called to let them know that this unscrupulous PI is withholding critical information in their investigation. And we need to be demanding SF on X to turn over the information to law enforcement immediately so they can properly investigate it. All right, guys, there you have it. Apparently a private investigator knows exactly who this person is that was around when Sebastian allegedly left his home.
No, wasn't around. Had nothing to do with Sebastian leaving his home.
And ran away, and somehow a light went back toward their house.
Had nothing to do with it. But anyway. What do you guys think of Julie going with the fake neighbor? Is anybody really surprised? Tomorrow, we will be looking at Bullhorn. Hey, B still. CBD is legal here in Florida. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I have a medical card too. We're going to be looking at Bullhorn. I got some clips I'm putting together instead of doing time, so I don't know. I got some timestamps of Brittany J that I want to review. Her and her mouth. We're going to look at some Betty and some Crime Time Buzz. I got some things I want to show with her. There's some of the psychics, but it's hard with the psychics because I know a lot of people don't want to watch that. I have a huge problem with Julie. Yeah, I do too. Hey, Tinfoil. The green team found the absolute dumbest on YouTube and scooped them up knowing they would run with any BS info in their daily packets. Yep. Listen to who? Betty? Brittany? Which one? Griffin? Then we're gonna I wanna review some of the stuff going on in Karen Reed case and get started on the Turtle Boy. You guys, what I showed you months ago is nothing compared to what's been going on. It's bad. It's poof. I can't see him getting out of these felony charges. I really, really can't. But you never know. You never know. Who'd ever thunk that Betty would still be free after continuously violating orders from a court? I don't know. And now she's trying to get an extension to what, April? Oh, that's... And you did good, Amberly. You did good. Proud mama. Hey, Nikki. Just think when Sumner County gets calls that Betty is telling people to call them about the Sebastian Rogers case, the case she's not supposed to be talking about. Yeah. I don't know if they're waiting till she gets there to re-violate her or if they're just not going to do it. And she's just going to skate by as usual. I don't know. But I hope she don't get an extension till April because I can't see any reason for her to have an extension till April. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? So is everybody ready for the holiday? I'm going to be a baking full all weekend. Starting Friday, I'll be baking for days. And I still got shopping to do. So is anybody else like me and at the last minute have to try to do everything? Which is really weird because that's not me. That's not me at all. Now the bacon, yeah, because I like everything fresh. But yeah, everything, I don't know. I didn't even put up half my decorations in the house. The platform and the village and the train sets and all that stuff set up. But I mean like the high up stuff. I don't know. My husband, I felt so bad. He loves to decorate outside. He loves lights and stuff. But 6 big pieces were just no good this year. They were core pieces, the big blow-ups, and they just wouldn't hold air no matter what he did. So, kind of put a damper on it for him too. You know, damn blow-ups are expensive for what you get out of them. But the old ones, they've lasted 15 plus years. I have a snow globe that's lasted. Now it was a huge. There was a big Santa Claus and Christmas tree, but those pieces quit blowing and staying inflated, so we just took them off. But the snow globe, that thing is over 15 years old and still works, still blows up. But the expensive ones, we've been buying the last couple of years. A year or two is all you get out of them. They're not worth it. They're just not. But he loves his decorations. I felt bad because he takes such good care of everything. I mean, when he takes it down, everything is wiped off before it's put away. I mean, everything is organized. It just bums me out. But, you know, they're not made, especially when you buy them from Walmart. They're not made very well. Hey, Purple Haze. Hey, Taylor. You have to cancel Christmas this year? Oh. Well, Taylor, that's not right. I hear you about the money situation, though. Hey, Heather, I totally hear you there. Fucking truck, we put everything. Oh, I don't even want to get started on that. Oh, pies, cakes, cookies. I'm making a cherry pie, apple pie. I'm making a cake. I'm making peanut butter cookies, chocolate chip cookies, Hershey Kiss cookies, cutout cookies for the kids to decorate. I make strawberry muffins, banana bread, brownies, the whole works. I'm gonna make snickerdoodles too. No, I do a big tray for my husband to take to work. I do a big tray of goodies. You know, he's the nighttime boss, so to speak. So I always at the holidays bake a big tray of stuff for him to take in. But come to my house for goodies? Come on. I don't eat most of it, so yeah. That stuff could be in the house. Don't bother me. I have to be in the mood for sweets, and that's But I have to do Christmas cake. I have to make it Christmassy. But the kids love to do cutout cookies, and they love to decorate them. My kitchen doesn't, but they do. But I'm going to end this because I've been on long enough. I'm glad I had a smaller audience tonight. I enjoyed it. I appreciate all the support I got. Thank you, mods, for a fantastic job. Thank you for all the memberships, the gifted memberships, for the super chats, for the was it a PayPal or a Cash App? Yeah. Thank you very much for that. I think it was a Cash App. I appreciate it. And thank you for the getting the first gift from the wish list. Well, it kind of wasn't on the wish list, but it kind of was. It's weird. But thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Y'all be safe on these YouTube streets. Let me know what you think in the comments. If there's anything you want to look at, please let me know. You can email me. We'll look at it. But y'all be safe out there on these YouTube streets and have some fun. Get some laughs in. I'll be seeing you tomorrow for sure. Night all.